Welcome, Damon Bruce with you as we get ready for NBA action here on 2K Sports. It's Sunday night basketball. It's the Washington Wizards going up against the Miami Heat. And now we send it out to American Airlines Arena. Kevin Clark and Steve are there, courtside, ready for tip-off.
It's the NBA. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast here on 2K Sports. We've got Doris Burke from the sideline. By my side, Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Hart. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. And guys, taking a look at Ray Allen, what do you think we'll see from him?
Well, Allen is the all-time leader in three-pointers made, past Reggie Miller a couple of years ago. So obviously you have to worry about him out there. But what makes Allen so good is that he can also put the ball on the floor, get into the paint, and score at that mid-range area as well.
And he really has a fondness for those corners. I mean, you just can't help off of him. Too much of a threat from out there. You've got to stay connected to him.
The Heat trying to take advantage of their home court in this one before leaving Miami. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team. Last season, they had the upper hand in the series, going 3-1 against these guys.
Yeah, these were two of the top teams in the conference a year ago. And I'll tell you what, this club was really at their best in those games. The season series really belonged to them.
Now Beal, after the missed three from Chalmers. And Wall kicks to Beal. He feeds it to Nene. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. You just can't overstate how important those matchups between the top conference teams are.
Well, there's always a lot at stake, Kevin. You want to get that good seed in the spring. Both these teams know every game is going to be a battle.
And these players think about that.
Yes.
They know about the seeding.
They sure do. They've got it in their mind.
That free throw, no good.
Points in the paint for the Wizards, really a problem area last season. Even with their revamped front court, it was not easy for them to finish at the rim. Maybe a full year of having John Wall healthy will help that because he creates easy scoring opportunities.
He hits the second from the line. As for the Wizards, as you said, Clark, they ended up being the second worst team in the NBA when it came to points in the paint. But they just couldn't get much going from their bigs down low, Steve.
And some of that was the injury to John Wall early because he's the one who has to set the table for those guys. But look, this is a team that has made some improvements. They're gaining some momentum. They've got some good young talent. I think that area, the points in the paint, is going to improve as this season goes on.
You know, part of being a championship team is having the talent first and foremost, but then managing the minutes of that talent. The Heat, I thought, did a nice job monitoring the minutes of the big three throughout the season and playoffs last year.
First one falls for him. As you said, Clark, the big three in their prime, but really, you want them to just get their work in during the season, not exhaust themselves before they make it to the playoffs.
I thought, Kevin, along those lines, I thought by the end of last season, Miami was exhausted. And once you try to win a third title in a row, the emotional fatigue and exhaustion really becomes a factor. So this is going to be interesting to watch all year.
Wall, that's good.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
LeBron, Ariza covering. Oh, trying for it. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. And what'd you find out, Doris?
We talked about the problems of facing a player who is athletically gifted like John Wall. He told me that staying in front of him with a solo defender is near impossible. So we'll try to lull him into traps and get him taking shots that he doesn't feel comfortable taking.
Thanks, Doris. Here's LeBron after Emeka Okafor scored. LeBron with it. Playing Brooklyn, he was nearly unstoppable. Shot clock at 6. Deep. Rebound by the Wizards. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
You know, they didn't exactly roll over. They had a good chance to win in that game. It just didn't come together for them at the right time.
Hey, the all-around effort was very solid, but they're not interested in moral victories. A loss is a loss.
Now here's Ariza. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Boy, they are locked and loaded early. 3 for 3.
Well, Trevor Ariza is not really a great offensive player. I mean, but defensively now, that's a different story. He's a stopper. He's got good length and athleticism. And I like the intensity he plays with. This is a guy that only played 1 year of college basketball. He's made a nice career for himself in the NBA.
Now here's Wall, following the miss by Greg Oden. Wall passes to Ariza. He's looking for Okafor and finds him. He kicks it to Wall. From deep, here's Nene, and Oden sends it back. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Battier with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Battier dishes to LeBron. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. And for Ariza, you remember that postseason with the Lakers, Steve, back in 2009? He shot the lights out.
Yeah, and you wondered at that time whether the light had really come on for him offensively. But you know, I think he's still a player who's best suited rebounding, defending, being a hustle guy, an energy player. And when he makes shots, it's just kind of gravy, but really it's about everything else with him.
Good description.
That's basketball 101, guys. I mean, elementary. Use the screen to free yourself and then take it straight to the rack.
Yeah, very nice set play for him.
Well, that's using your head and using your body.
Now here's LeBron. Another miss by LeBron.
Still looking for their first basket. 5 misses to start the game.
Here's Beal. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession.
And a look here at the Wizards, how they ranked in the NBA last season. 9th in rebound, 10th in three-point shooting. As for the assist numbers, not as strong for them. Top 20 in the league. They certainly are capable of much better in that area.
And what stands out to me, Clark, with what you just talked about is the rebounds, because this is a very physical team. They like to try to bully their opponent at both ends of the floor. On the defensive glass, they were excellent. And then offensively, on missed shots, they really got after it and tried to get second chance points.
Now, here's Chalmers, following the miss by John Wall. Allen against Beal. Allen drives in, looking to end the drought. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, he's been the star of movies before, but Ray Allen recently shared some of his plans for what he'll do after basketball. First thing on his list is to get back in front of the camera and resume his acting career.
And he makes the first. And for Ray Allen, now 38 years of age. Interesting to see how much longer, Steve, he thinks he can continue and how much teams feel he can continue.
Well, he's had some foot issues that have slowed him down a little bit. I thought he had a terrific regular season last year for the Heat, although maybe a little bit slow during the playoffs. But, you know, great shooters have a way of sticking around.
A tough year for the Wizards, and it didn't get any easier for them when they played against the rest of the Southeast Division. I mean, there are tough teams atop that division, and it makes it hard to get any wins, and the Wizards ended up 5-11 against the rest of the division.
Count that one. Ariza's got 5 now.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
And Chalmers kicks to Haslam. Ariza against LeBron. The feed now to Haslam. And it comes off the front of the rim. And going back to the Wizards in the Southeast, really the goal for them is to just be competitive within the division. And it's a tough division to win to begin with.
Well, yeah, mainly because of Miami. Only because of Miami, really. The other teams, Orlando, Charlotte, Atlanta, I mean, Washington, there's no doubt, can compete against these teams and maybe even finish second in the division this season.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
They better not make it 3 straight, because now all of a sudden you're looking at a hot streak.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
How about the box score from that game? The accuracy from the three-point line, just remarkable.
Yeah, it was a stream of threes that allowed them to repeatedly deflate that crowd.
With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points in the league last season. The Heat in 5th.
This was one of the better scoring teams last year. They had a lot of different offensive weapons to choose from, and they knew exactly how to use them most effectively.
Now here's Allen. Haslam, the pass to LeBron. Allen. The kick out to LeBron. tries it from 9. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Wizards leading by 11. And here's Wall. He's coming off a 16-point game against Philadelphia. Here's Ariza. Misses the 3. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, Clark. They haven't gotten many stops here.
And the free throw, no good.
Well, when you have the best record in the league, you're going to be the most dominant, one of the most dominant teams at home. The Heat just destroyed people down in Miami, and only the Denver Nuggets had more wins at home than the Heat did. Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
But there was some style there, Kev. It was a pretty sweet one-handed flush.
Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
Oh, boy, this is something you hate to see, Clark.
You know, it sure is. Injuries, though, are really an unfortunate part of the game, inevitable at times. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for the Wizards. Harrington comes in for Nene. And how crazy is that from the Heat to win as many games as they did last season, but still be second in the league in home wins? Still, we're far and away number 1 at home in the East.
Well, yeah, the Knicks were the closest team in the East, but they still had 6 fewer wins at home than Miami. But the Heat really just did what they had to do to put themselves in position to go on to their second NBA title in a row.
Here's Wall, following the basket by LeBron James. Wall dishes to Ariza. Back to Wall. The Wizards working the ball around now. That's good.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the three-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
Rejected by Serafin.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 6. Ray Allen is on the wing. Back to LeBron. Just 5 to shoot. And the shot is good. LeBron's got 8 points.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
And Wall kicks to Beal. Back to Wall. Wide open. Wall with another miss.
This touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Allen against Ariza. Haslam, the pass to Allen. The dish to Cole. Takes a shot at the elbow. Good on the jump shot.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
Wizards leading by 10.
The jury seems to still be out if John Wall can make the jump to being one of the elite point guards in the league, but he certainly feels that he'll get there. Last season he said he deserves a max contract. Worked on that over the summer with the Wizards. I'll tell you what, he has a lot of talent, but just hasn't put it all together yet.
And that one falls for Wall. And when you think of players commanding the max salary, those are your franchise guys. Clark, do you think Wall has put himself in that category yet?
I think he's been hampered by the injuries, Kevin, so you really can't make a fair assessment there. I think he has tremendous potential as a true point guard, excellent physical gifts, and I think he wants to be a leader. The Wizards have been a team of disorganization and issues in the locker room over the last few years, so I think it's still a bit unfair and premature to judge Wall at this point.
Now here's Anthony. Jones with it. Now guarded by Porter. Rejected by Webster. Porter dishes to Webster. Washington gets it back. Booker up and in from the low block. And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And you see a player have to come out of the game like this. I mean, you just hope for the best.
That's exactly right. You do hope for the best. You cross your fingers, say a prayer, and hope it's nothing major. We'll see what the update is here shortly.
Eric Maynor, he's checked in for Washington. Here's Cole after the made shot from Booker. Out to Wade. Miami no good on that time either. Wizards leading by 14. There's a minute 34 left to play in the first quarter. Maynor kicks to Porter. Plenty of space. The basket good off the assist from Maynor. Porter's got his first bucket of the night. Pass to Anthony. Outside, Jones. Dishes it to Wade. LeBron outside. Puts up a three. Kept alive. Here's Anthony. Jones. Feeds to LeBron. And he slams it down right on top of Kevin.
You know, sort of surprising you go for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game.
And the Wizards making a change here. Singleton's checked in.
Losing 12 straight to start the season for the Wizards, just ominous, and through 20 games, the worst start in franchise history. But once they got back to health, they showed they could compete with anybody.
Here's Maynor. There's Porter with the three. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. There's the block. 29 seconds left here in the opening quarter. That drops. And the Wizards lead by 15.
Huge advantage for them already.
And as well as they've played at both ends so far, this lead might continue to grow.
To the middle, Anthony. And that one's good. Anthony's got his first points in this one.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
Singleton. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Wizards lead by 13. And we'll be back right after this.
The NBA season gains momentum. Darren Williams and the Brooklyn Nets take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. Friday night, NBA Hoops. Be there.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And quite a position here for the Wizards to be in. What do you guys think?
Now, the key has been the rebounding department. This club dominating the paint area. And if this continues, they'll be in great shape.
Well, they've done two things. They've limited second chances, and they've been able to flex their muscle down low.
Norris Cole and Dwayne Wade combine at guard. James Jones is out there with LeBron James. And it's Anthony in at the center position. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Yeah, you look at his game. He's got that banger DNA. Just plays the game the right way.
You know, you have to be a skilled player to make it in this league. There's something you have to do really well, but certain matchups demand not just skill, but will and physicality. And he's one of those.
And he knocks down the first one.
The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great teams until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak.
And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record, and I'm sure everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall, Steve, to the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, head coach Eric Spoelstra of the Miami Heat finally getting the respect he deserves now with their multiple championships. but his players not afraid to rib him a little. Dwayne Wade said Spoelstra's favorite word, focus. He said, here's what it sounds like to play for my coach. Come on, guys, we have to focus. Next game. Come on, guys, it's about focus. Game 82. Guys, it's about focus. Kevin, it's all about that consistent message, right?
A steady hand, Doris. The players seem to really appreciate him. Well, he's making a switch here. Odin's checked in. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And don't forget about their three-point shooting, too, because that could be a major factor here tonight.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
You know, Joel Anthony is such an interesting case. I mean, growing up in Montreal, he didn't pick up a basketball until he was 16. He got cut from the first college team he tried out for, went undrafted after his success at UNLV, but now, at long last, here he is.
The Heat making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Wizards leading by 12. Webster passes to Maynard. Kicks to Webster. Webster off a pick from Singleton. Here's Booker. Fade away. Miami grabs the miss. LeBron's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Going back to Joel Anthony, he said he started teaching himself the game from a book he found called NBA Power Conditioning.
Yeah, and that book is more about athletic drills than basketball drills. So you look at his game and it makes sense. It's all about hustle, shot blocking, energy, and defense. And, you know, the coaches absolutely love him, too, because of his work ethic. Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
Cole off the pick from James. Cole dishes to LeBron. And they double him up with LeBron. And Cole kicks to Jones. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. The Heat in second.
I guess time will tell if they can repeat that level of success from a year ago when they were one of the best long-distance shooting teams in the league.
Wizards leading by 10. Pass to Porter. He dishes it to Maynard. The Wizards with another miss. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Odin passes to Wade. He feeds it to Cole. The pass to Jones. Good ball movement here by the Heat. It's LeBron with the drive. And it's Cole missing.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Singleton kicks to Maynard. Passes it to Webster. Porter with the screen for Webster. And they call an illegal screen here.
Yeah, good call there. You could tell he was moving into the defender when he tried to set the screen.
Yeah, lowered that shoulder, dipped right into him, too. I mean, he was going to be called on that foul either way.
Nene, he's checked in for Chris Singleton. And Cole kicks to Wade. Wade, right side. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Now Maynard. He passes to Porter. He kicks it to Nene. The feed to Webster. To end the drought. Rebound by the Heat.
You know, Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom of that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication, has really become an outstanding coach.
Again, the miss by the Heat. Wizards leading by 10. The dish to Maynard. Pass to Porter. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And back to Coach Eric Spoelstra. As a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart, Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat movement, analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff to do.
And Washington making a change here. Okafor's checked in.
Well, it was an ugly start to the season for the Wizards. Tried to revamp by trading for a host of veterans, but out of the gate, times were tough as they lost their first 12. Eventually got things turned around and were more dangerous when John Wall got healthy.
And a moment to check out LeBron James here. Great year for him last year. 4th in scoring, 5th in field goal percentage, and his passing skills were on full display last season. He was in the top 15 in the league in assists.
And Steve, he was definitely one of the most reliable, efficient scorers in the NBA. I mean, his top 5 ranking put him right there in the ranks of the elite scorers.
And you can count he'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. The difference for the Wizards after Wall came back, as you said, Clark, was just day and night. They were so much more energized and seemed to relish the role of playing the spoiler for a lot of teams, Steve, down the stretch.
Yeah, they looked like a playoff team by the end of the year, and that's the challenge this season as we watch this club play it out. I mean, can they stay healthy? Can they continue that hot run that they had at the end of last year, and can that carry over into this one?
Here's Porter. The Wizards with another miss. The Heat trail by 10. Wade outside. Puts the lead pass in front of him. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. The Wizards shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Wall up top. Wade is covering. Wall attacking. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Martell Webster, he's checked in for the Wizards. That one misses for Wall.
Well, Miami stormed through the regular season and were viewed as the clear-cut favorites to come out of the East, but it was not as easy as expected. After sweeping Milwaukee, the Bulls gave them a scare, then the Pacers really took them deep all the way to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
Well, you know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
Wade missing again. And for the Heat, the Pacers were their first real test, it seemed, and they had to survive a win or go home against them. It almost seemed, Clark, to take away any momentum they might have had when they went up against the Spurs in the finals.
You know, it's interesting. When I think of momentum in the playoffs, it doesn't carry over from game to game or series to series. I think each game, Kevin, is really an entity in and of itself. That said, Miami found a way, despite being pushed by the Pacers and being pushed by the Spurs, both to Game 7. It came down to LeBron James' brilliance, but also the hot shooting of a complimentary role-playing winner, Shane Battier.
And the Wizards making a change here. Here's Wall. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Nene with the screen on Chalmers. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Back to LeBron. Uncovered. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. 15 points for LeBron.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
It's Beal on the wing. Second chance shot, and the rejection by LeBron. And Chalmers kicks to Allen. It's stolen by Wall. Nene setting the pick for Wall. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Chance now to check out the Washington Wizards' upcoming schedule. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip.
Yeah, no question for the Thunder. That's a game they'd really like to have.
And clearly, Eric Spoelstra wants to talk it over.
He has to be concerned with all the missed shots. I mean, it happens to every team, but you have to find a way to keep being productive even when you go through a shooting drought.
He might be trying to tell them to get to the free throw line. You know, all teams go cold at points during the game, but the good teams still find ways to score.
The Heat trail by 14. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burt. Doris, what do you have?
Well, gentlemen, despite what you might have heard from the talking heads, it was another great season for D. Wade. Last season, leading all shooting guards in player efficiency rating. A natural slasher, he's adjusted brilliantly to playing without the ball in his hands. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, the evolution of his game has been stark in terms of added weapons and dimensions over the years. His development in that post-up game has allowed that to happen. His movement and cutting off the ball tripled what it used to be. That took an understanding and an IQ of how to get involved when the ball wasn't in his hands. Guys, the great ones always find a way.
They definitely do. Thanks, Doris. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. Dishes it to Beal. Back to Wall. Nice ball movement by Washington.
Overall, I haven't seen the same type of success that they initially had from beyond the arc. I think it may be because they're rushing a little bit. They're still getting good looks, but now they've got to make sure their feet are set and they're shooting it with confidence.
Feeds it to Haslam. Clock at 6. Allen outside. Lays it up and banks it in. Wizards leading by 12.
Well, it was a little bit of a surprise, guys, going into last season when Ray Allen signed the contract with the Heat. He took less money than the Celtics offered him. And no question about it, there was some anger from his former teammates in Boston when he left.
Wall dishes to Okafor. Wall's shot is off. Miami's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Haslam with it. Now Okafor defending. Chalmers pass to Allen. And Haslam kicks to Allen. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession. And Clark for Ray Allen. I don't think joining the Heat was just about jumping on a winning bandwagon. I think there'd be some issues for him in Boston.
Well, there were a lot of rumors that he and Rajon Rondo didn't quite get along, and Allen wanted maybe a bigger role offensively. And in fact, you know, his minutes went down last season with the Heat, but he clearly fit in well. Came off the bench and really fit nicely with that shooting ability next to LeBron and Wade.
Ball against Chalmers. Kicks it to Battier. Pass to Anderson. Here's Haslam. Good.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
All with it. Now defended by Mario Chalmers. Puts it up from 17. Beal can't get it to go. The Heat trail by 12. He dishes it to Chalmers. 41 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Anderson kicks to Chalmers. Shot from 12. Gets it to go. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Wall against Chalmers. Wall attacking. Outside for Beal. He feeds it to Harrington. 5 to shoot. Lets a floater go. Some solid defensive work there from Haslam. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Wizards have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. First free throw is good.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
And both free throws good for Harrington. 6 seconds left in the first half. Here's Allen. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And the first half is now in the books. It's the Wizards. They lead by 12. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports as the NBA season revs up. Let's get into the halftime report. Washington leading against Miami. They've been putting a lot of defensive pressure on the other team, taking care of the rock offensively. Fundamental basketball, both sides of the court. Their top scorer is John Wall. He has 12 points and some nice plays offensively, getting the assists going. For the Heat, they haven't had the same luck. They've been getting roundly outplayed up to this point, and they'll need a bounce-back effort to make up for it in the second half. Tough start for D. Wade. Everything's been rimming out for him. He's got to be frustrated. And to look at the games being played right now. A tightly contested game for Boston up against the Detroit Pistons. A 2-point game is the third quarter now being played. And another game going on. The Magic battling in a close one against Brooklyn. Second half of basketball going on in a tight one. And another one also in progress. The Thunder out in Oklahoma City currently trailing to Phoenix. Second half of basketball just getting started for them. And that'll be our report. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope to see you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Well, when he gets to the rim, I mean, you know he's going to score. That's just the way it is. And he's been getting there a lot so far today.
And, Steve, he's been operating at extremely close range. The D has to do a much better job of protecting the basket the rest of the way.
And on the floor for Randy Whitman as we get into the second half. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Nene at the 4, Okafor at the 5. And it's Ariza in at the small forward.
For the Wizards, I thought injuries is a big reason they didn't have the season they hoped for. They do have some things they can build off of, though. The one that sticks out to me was how they were able to improve their defense last year and became pretty good at limiting easy shots.
Now here's Wall. And there's the pass to Okafor. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists in the game. And going back to what you said, Clark, about the Wizards, they did improve dramatically in terms of defense and had one of the top 10 Ds in the league. Steve, not bad for a team that is clearly building around youth.
And that's a great sign because normally when you have young players, you struggle defensively more than at the offensive end. So this is a group that has plenty of potential, and I think we're seeing that this season, as they continue to get better in terms of rebounding and defending the paint.
The Heat trail by 15. James in the post, working on Okafor. LeBron kicks to Allen. That's good.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Outside, Wall gets the bucket.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
LeBron gets the screen from Oden. Can he keep it going? And another basket for Miami.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Wizards leading by 12. Ball gets a screen from Nene. All with it now, guarded by Mario Chalmers. Stolen by Chalmers. It's Allen with the drive. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Allen. And that's 23 points for LeBron.
And still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
Washington calls timeout.
Last year, LeBron said that he was at his peak as a player, both physically and spiritually. You could see it in his eyes, just so confident. Even when things aren't going well, he now has the fortitude to make his way through that and continue to play and finish the game.
right around 3 minutes into the second half. Beal can't get it to go. Well, when you think about the level that LeBron is playing at right now, Clark, do you think he still has room to improve his game?
I think it's just a matter of his experience and picking and choosing his spots. I think his skill set is fantastic, and it's just a matter of staying the course. I don't see much improvement there. He's a terrific shooter from the three and inside the line. He drives it, makes his free throws, passes the ball, rebounds, defends. He wants to be in that 50, 40, 90 club on his shooting percentages, and I think he'll make it happen.
I know he's still working with Ray Allen on the free throw shooting, too.
Yeah.
The Wizards have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
And not a very strong free throw shooting team in general, guys. They shot 73% as a team a year ago.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just one or two guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
And so Wall nails both of them.
You know, adding an outside shot is going to be the key to whether John Wall is a good player or a great one. He's shown he has the speed, but until he can force defenders to respect that outside shot, everyone is just going to back off him.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. So put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during the season, if you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker, you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
LeBron has doubled. Beal and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And Wall, a good free throw shooter, over 80% from the line last season. So, Clark, it's not like the form on his shot is broken at all.
No, it's got some issues, though.
Yes, it does.
And it's going to be a matter of practice, Kevin. Before reaching the NBA, he was so much more explosive than other players. He didn't need to settle for the jumper. For him, it's about balance and consistency with those mechanics on his shot. And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
They get it back. Excellent D there from Okafor. Wizards leading by 14. Beal with it. Here's Ariza. And it's off from three-point range. Allen against Beal. Allen kicks to Battier, and he uses the glass on the layup. Battier's got his first 2 points.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
Pass to Nene. Battier on him. And another miss by Washington.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
And here is Oden. It's Battier on the wing. 6 to shoot. Allen, that's good. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Wall dishes to Beal. The feed to Okafor. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Now you can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew.
The Heat trail by 12. Chalmers pass to Haslam. Out to Wade. The dish now to Chalmers. 6 on the shot clock. Feeds it to Haslam. The Heat need to get a shot off. Rejected by Ariza. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And while we can, here's a look at the teams that had the fastest hands in the league last season. The Heat third.
You could tell by watching them just how focused they were at the defensive end of the court.
And so here is Miami. Down by 12.
I love his kind of mid to long range jump shot. It's a specialty of his, especially in catch and shoot situations.
You're exactly right. He's a very skilled catch and shoot type of player. I mean, it adds a dangerous element to his game that he can make that jump shot.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Wall, and it's Haslam with the rebound. Haslam's got 5 rebounds tonight. Wade drives in, and good on the basket. Hook it.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Here's Wall. Plenty of room around him, and it's good. Wall's got 6 here in this quarter. The Heat trail by 9. He kicks to Chalmers. LeBron outside. Back to Chalmers. Haslam, a screen on Wall. Jumper off the screen, and another basket for Miami.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Pass to Beal. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
A lot of people talked about how undersized Bradley Beal was going to be as an off guard in the NBA, but he didn't get the message. You look at how he rebounds, you would have thought he was a 6'7" guy playing the 2-guard spot. He's a terrific rebounder for his size, fellas.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, when you talk about Bradley Beal, height-wise, he's not 6'6", but he's powerfully built.
Yeah, I think he's about 6'4", but he's got long arms, Kevin, and he's very skilled. And defensively, I think the potential is there for him to be a stopper.
Ray Allen is checked in for Miami. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's contagious. Everybody starts to get comfortable and relaxed, and everything goes in the hoop.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I thought so too, Clark.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
For Miami, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
Well, really the heart and soul of this Miami team in a lot of ways, Udonis Haslam, born and raised in Miami. He's played his entire decade-long career with the Heat, and just a tough, hard-working guy and a locker room leader.
And Wall kicks to Beal. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 4 assists now tonight. The Heat trail by 9. There's a screen. And Chalmers kicks to Haslam. LeBron. The finger roll finish at the bucket. LeBron's got 25 points in the game. And back to Haslam. He helped lift the Florida Gators program back to prominence. Took them all the way to the NCAA championship game, playing at center of all positions.
But was really heavy back then in Florida. He really had to lose a lot of weight before he was ready to play in the NBA. Went to Europe to play first. He's been the heart and soul of the Heat organization ever since.
LeBron dishes to Chalmers. A three-pointer, no good.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Miami's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Haslam, the pass to Chalmers. From the wing, and it's Miami with another. Wizards leading by 5. Here is Wall. 18 points for him. Takes the lead pass. Shot's good for Seraphin. Now Chalmers. He passes it to Allen. Dishes to LeBron. Back to Allen. Heat moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Wall. And here we go. Washington fast break. Outside for Beal. Back to Wall. And stolen by LeBron. And here we go. LeBron. Already shaking.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway.
Joel Anthony's checked in for Washington. For Miami, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Well, they were 75% free throw shooting a season ago.
Well, for LeBron James, guys, the stats say it all. He's always a beast. But when you play him at the power forward position, his numbers take on a whole nother level of excellence.
The Heat trail by 4. Kicks it to Chalmers. The 3 gets it to go. Chalmers has got 8 here in the quarter.
You can really see that his confidence is at a high level here in this half. He didn't have a 3 in the first.
And Clark, you mentioned LeBron playing at the 4 being a tough matchup for teams. Steve, why is that?
Well, we've seen the same thing with Carmelo Anthony, a guy who's playing at the 4 who has great size and strength, but also ball handling ability. It compromises the defense, particularly when you put shooters around him.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Pass to Haslam. Up again, and it's Anthony with the jam.
That is a booming putback. Step aside, fellas.
They wanted nothing to do with him there.
At least not with the ball in his hands and the rim in sight.
It's Beal on the wing. He dishes it to Nene. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. That is good. LeBron with it. And he has 28 points for the game. He feeds it to Anthony. And he takes that one up and powers it through. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D. I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Wizards lead by 1. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter next.
Coming up Friday, November 8th, Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors go up against Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs. Big-time hoops coming your way.
All right, the 4th quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Miami trailing. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
Yeah, you know that Toronto game has a lot of attention on it.
Norris Cole is out there with Allen. Then it's Sean Battier. Then it's Oden. Then it's Anthony in at the 4 shot. That's the group on the 4 for Miami. Outside, Wall. Now the pass to Ariza. Back to Wall. Clock at 6. From 6 feet. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Good game for John Wall. He has 20 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's made some heads-up plays, Clark. He's done a really nice job defensively.
And the first one drops. LeBron, he's checked in for Joel Anthony. And so Wall nails both of them. And Miami shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. James rejected by Nene. And it's out of bounds, so he's able to retain possession here. And Cole kicks to Allen.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
Allen against Wall. 6 to shoot. And that one's good. Wall's got 12 points here in the second half. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. LeBron kicks to Cole. Kicks it out to LeBron. Passes it to Oden. Shot clock at 6. Here's Allen. And Okafor with the block. But he stays with it. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Nene. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Wall gets a screen from Okafor. Wall against Chalmers. Back to Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count the bucket. Wall's got 6 points in the quarter. The Heat trail by 5. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Battier, defended by Booker. They get a hand on it. Oden dishes to Allen. Back to Oden. Kicks it out to Allen. Just 2 to shoot. Wizards leading by 5. Back to Ariza. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. 14 points for Ariza.
Boy, nice bucket. They are really playing intelligently here.
And even though the lead's not large, they've definitely got the upper hand.
LeBron passes to Chalmers. Now the feed to Oden. And Okafor with the block. There's the dish to Beal. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. And it's a 10-point Washington lead.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play. They're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Now here's Wall. Feeds to Beal. Ariza outside. Tries to keep it alive. And Booker kicks the Wall. And that one's good. Wall's got 8 points in the quarter.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they're just giving them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter. I wasn't so sure he could get it turned around after that poor first half, but he's got it rolling here a little bit in the second.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to hear what Randy Whitman was saying to the team. His message was this: all of us know these guys are capable of exploding and putting up points in a hurry. So I don't want to see anybody letting up until that final whistle blows. Guys, back to you.
Nene, he's checked in for Trevor Booker. He kicks it to Beal. Front past the arc. It's hauled in by LeBron. LeBron's got 8 rebounds in this game. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Washington leading now by 6. All with it. He's feeling it. Good. Wall's got 18 points now here in the second half.
You start hitting a few of those mid-range shots, and it can open up your whole game.
And here is Chalmers. Allen outside.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Outside, Wall. Rejected by Battier. Hannes Haslem. He's checked in for Miami.
Tell you what, until this defense gets out and defends the three-point line, it's going to be a parade.
Yeah, we've already seen 3 in a row from out there.
Nene with the screen on Chalmers. Ariza dishes to Okafor. And Wall. Here we go now. Just 5 on the clock. Beal can't get it to go.
they've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
Well, it was about midway through last season, guys, that we started hearing the rumors about Greg Oden working out and getting back in shape so he can make a return to the NBA. And lo and behold, here he is, the former Ohio State standout.
That free throw good from Allen. And for Oden, a new start in the NBA, the former #1 overall pick out of Ohio State back in 2007 for the Portland Trailblazers.
Such a shame, the repeated knee injuries that kept Oden from achieving all that he'd hoped for in Portland, but you just hope that he would eventually get a chance to return and come back, so it's nice to see him out on the floor.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
All with it, now guarded by Mario Chalmers. Backing down is Nene from 15 feet away. Rebound by Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has got his third rebound tonight. LeBron with the bucket.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Wall against Chalmers. And Wall. Here we go now. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Hey, last season Chalmers missed a game-winning shot. That happens to a lot of guys in this league, but what he did the next game is of note. He made 10 threes, and arguably his best game ever, as he set a Miami Heat team record for makes beyond the arc.
And that one misses. And Mario Chalmers grew up in Alaska. Not too many NBA players hailing from up there, taken with the 34th pick back in 08.
He's played his entire career with the Heat, and really it was a perfect situation for him when LeBron arrived, because he's a kind of a combo guard. He plays the point, but he's an excellent spot-up shooter, so he can play off of LeBron and Wade quite well.
He passes to LeBron to tie it up, and the layup is up and in. LeBron's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're taking so many shots down there, and they're knocking them down. Really good looks in the paint.
No doubt the offensive philosophy today, pound that thing inside.
And the shot's good from Nene.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. I mean, this is the time to attack on the interior and generate those easy opportunities.
Haslam with it, picked up by Nene. Dishes to Oden. He's against Okafor. From 6 feet, and there's another one for the Heat.
This game has taken on a new feel since halftime.
For sure, the energy level on both sides has gone way up after the break.
And Wall. Here we go now. Right side, Wall. Beal the pass to Wall. And Allen with the block. Kicks it to Chalmers. Pass to Haslam. Heat moving the ball around to take the lead. And again, Miami with the triple. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Heat?
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Now, it seems to me that they're taking a lot of pride in their rebounding tonight, especially at the offensive end, guys.
It's stolen by Haslam. Guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at it.
And this is where you just start picking apart the defense, and now you take their confidence away. You can really take control of this game. And a nice jump for their offense in the second half. They're now up above 50% shooting for the game.
And Steve, it's no surprise to see them in the lead. I mean, when you score efficiently like that, you keep a lot of pressure on the other team.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, he's been pretty safe with the ball for the most part. In fact, that's his first turnover, guys.
Miami leading by 5. And Chalmers kicks to Oden. LeBron James on the wing. That's good. LeBron's got 9 points in the quarter.
What a top-notch game he's had. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Here's Wall. No good off the front iron. Miami's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Here's LeBron. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
This is what this team is all about right here. They're forcing their way inside and having a lot of success. That's their identity. They're a pounded inside team, and that's what they're showing us.
Free throw good, LeBron. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. And Wall, here we go now. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Wall's got 33 points.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter, and just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9. And so Chalmers nails both of them. Washington with the ball. 1:36 left in the game. Fires, high post. Miami grabs the miss. Haslam's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. LeBron kicks to Allen. Back to LeBron. He dishes it to Haslam. From the baseline. And the shot no good, a bit short. Wizards trail by 10. Wall gets a screen from Okafor. Wall dishes to Ariza. He feeds it to Okafor. 4 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, and it's Miami with the rebound.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Chalmers passes to Haslam. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. .26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that one is stuffed right through.
And the fans loving what's transpired here tonight. A really good victory for these guys.
Sure was. I mean, they did just what they needed to do to keep the visitors from getting any momentum going at all.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're losing by 12. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, this one's out of reach, so I'm not sure why they're calling the timeout here. Maybe just to try to work on something, maybe an out-of-bounds play or something.
Well, they might as well talk about what movies they want to see or what they want to surf on the internet, because this one's done, boys.
Webster, that's for 2. And another miss by Washington. Here's Cole. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm glad to have you with us for NBA basketball. It's Sunday night. Welcome to our NBA presentation. It's the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And now it's game time. To call the action, here are Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. I'll be back at halftime, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. We'll get to see Pau Gasol, a lot of skill and talent he possesses.
Well, great length and skill for Gasol, guys. People forget he's one of the best post scorers in the game. A little underrated, if that's possible. He can finish with either hand, great footwork. He can score on the block. He can face you up and knock down a jump shot. To me, he's the most skilled big man in the game right now.
And Steve, you talk about his skill level, his passing and vision for a big guy. Really unique and special. Whether on the high post or low post, he does an excellent job finding his teammates for hoops.
Last game for the Hawks, it was a loss to Toronto. And guys, the hometown fans not pleased with that dreadful performance. They saw their team get knocked out cold.
And they were really out-rebounded in that game, put them at a huge disadvantage.
Well, you get clobbered on the glass, it's always going to put you at a disadvantage, Steve. I mean, they need to do a much better job of establishing position inside and then going after the ball. You can't just box out and have position. Go get the orange.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame.
You know, for Pau Gasol, calling last year a rough year might be an understatement. He fought off an injury and tried to find a role on a team that was in transition. A year like that can really take a lot out of a guy.
Kobe, the pass to Nash. Lock at 6. Young's shot is off. Gasol kicks to Young. He passes to Nash. Back to Young. Poked away. Off the left rim and out. And Steve, for Pau Gasol, he dealt with knee tendonitis from the first day of the season, then a concussion. Torn plantar fascia. He just hit one setback, it seemed, health-wise after another.
It was just that kind of season, which symbolized the fate of his Lakers, too. They just never seemed to get it going until it was too late. But, you know, with Gasol, we're talking about a guy who's remained effective for a long time in his career. And when you have that kind of skill level, I think your game can translate as you get older.
You know, offensively last season, guys, the Lakers just never seemed to be able to get out of their own way. I mean, they had the worst turnover ratio in the league, and they really struggled to take care of the ball. And even when they got up a shot, a lot of them were questionable shots. They shot the third most threes in the league, but were in the bottom half of the league in percentage.
And going back to the Lakers' offensive troubles last season, the worst free throw percentage, Steve, in the NBA.
And obviously that's attributed directly to Dwight Howard, because the Lakers also led the league in free throw attempts. So Howard was getting hacked. He really couldn't get it going. He made about half his free throws for the season. And that just really carried over into the team's performance.
So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
And that one misses.
You know, last season the Hawks were a solid team on the road. Nothing spectacular. Really what you'd expect from a 3 seed in the East. End of the year with a 19-22 road record. Not bad.
And the second free throw, good. Well, Clark, you said it about the Hawks last year, 19 and 22 on the road. You really need to hover around 500 on the road. Don't you think, Steve, to position yourself for the playoffs?
No question. As long as you can control your home court and get a good record there, then 500 on the road is just fine. But this is a Hawks team that's looking to take the next step, Kevin, to really becoming elite. They've been kind of stuck in the middle for a while now. And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
He feeds it to Millsap. Pulls up. Rejected by Gasol. Pass to Keenan. Back to Nash. Now the dish to Keenan. Nash. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Horford against Gasol. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Let's take a little closer look at Jeff Teague, some of his numbers. Solid numbers last season. 8th in free throw shooting, and his passing skills were on full display last season. He was in the top 15 in the league in assists.
You know, that free throw percentage of his, Steve, there were only a handful of players better from the line than he was. He was repetitive with his stroke and with his routine every time he got to the free throw line. Now that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. Great awareness and a terrific finish.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
A short time ago, Mike D'Antoni and I were able to catch up. He talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and pass. He's always a tough matchup, but it starts with matching his energy level. Kevin will see if they have what it takes.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
Well, Mike Budenholzer, you know, the new coach of the Hawks, spent 19 years with the San Antonio Spurs, including 17 as an assistant. Well, you couldn't ask for a better teaching ground than that. He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Nash dishes to Kobe. Feeds it to Gasol. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. Paul Millsap picks one up. And back to Budenholzer, who was with the Spurs for 19 years. Steve, the Spurs, the winningest team in pro sports over the last 15 years.
Yeah, I'm glad that Budenholzer has finally gotten his chance. I played for him for 4 seasons. He's a guy who loves the game. He's very dedicated, hardworking, and has learned from probably the best coach in the NBA during his time in San Antonio.
Well, let's start with the positive and the Lakers postseason. They did make it. That's all that can be said is their dramatic passing of Utah and the Rockets down the stretch to take the 7th seed was really the lone highlight of what would be a quick exit from the playoffs for them.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Going back to the Lakers, swept in 4 straight by the Spurs, and none of the games really that close. And Spurs, Steve, just dominated them in every sense of the word. Injuries didn't help either.
No, they didn't help, but you know, the Spurs just outplayed whoever was on the floor for LA. And I think a lot of people thought that the Spurs would be a good first-round matchup for the Lakers, but that notion was quickly squashed. San Antonio just totally dominant.
And that one falls for Millsap.
You know, I love watching a guy like Paul Millsap play because he's so efficient in his movement, and he's crafty. He's able to score big numbers on guys much bigger than him.
Both free throws good for Millsap. And Millsap, not quite 6'8", but he's got everything else. Motor, skill level, and Steve IQ for the game.
Yeah, very well-rounded. And his wingspan really helps defensively. You know, he's led all power forwards in steals each of the last 3 seasons, so he really does a nice job defensively.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That is his first foul of the game. Cannon passes to Kobe. Nick Young on the wing. And it's good. Young's got his 3rd bucket of the night. The Hawks trail by 4. Horford with the screen on Nash. Williams kicks to Carroll. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
The Hawks made the playoffs again, but ended up losing in the first round to the Pacers in 6 games. Dropped the first 2 in Indiana, won the next 2 in Atlanta, but it all ended when the Pacers got them in Game 6.
He misses the free throw. Well, and for the Hawks, it's been 6 consecutive seasons with basically this group. Certainly Joe Johnson left as a free agent to Brooklyn. But, Steve, they have yet to get past the second round in any of those playoff runs.
I think that's why they decided to part ways with Josh Smith and originally with Joe Johnson 2 seasons ago, just to make that next step, to start fresh. And they may take a dip here, but I think that the future does look bright. Well, a coaching carousel for the Lakers last season. They made it only 5 games before firing Mike Brown. Then they decided to go in a new direction. And, boy, they went through 3 different head coaches before all was said and done. They never really were able to gain that consistency they were looking for.
Shot clock at 6. T kicks to Carroll. Launches it. The shot is off. And the Lakers take it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Well, they were lucky it wasn't a blowout because they didn't put forth a very strong performance in that one.
Yeah, they just couldn't find anything to work for them, Steve. No matter what approach they used, it was futile.
Kobe attacking, smooth as silk on the finger roll. Kobe's got 6 points. And back to the Lakers' struggles last season. What do you think, Clark, were the main problems that, held them back from being the kind of title contender that they thought they were and a lot of people imagined they were?
Well, how much time do I have? 3 or 4 shot clocks worth? I mean, I think there were a number of issues, as you might expect. Injuries played a significant role, but I think there was discord over how they should play, really no true identity. They were a big team trying to be small, a team without a number of shooters trying to spread the floor, an older team trying to go up tempo, coaching change, and that transition.
Right, yes.
You had a lot of moving parts, and it made it very difficult for everybody, I think, and it showed in how the Lakers' season went.
That's a good assessment.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
Uncovered. Rebound Atlanta. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and you look back to last year, these two teams were very evenly matched. They split the 2 games that they played.
Carroll dishes to Williams. And he just hasn't been able to get it going.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And here's Young from the arc. Here's Hill. Banked in off the glass. And the Lakers lead by 8.
And what you love about him is just the way he hits the offensive glass. I mean, he knows that those are the easiest points for him when he can find a loose ball, get an offensive board, and put it back into the basket.
And he gets after it hard, Steve. If there's even a chance he could get to a loose ball, he'll throw himself right at it.
Going back for a second to your comment, Steve, in the standoff these teams played to last year, it may have been an indicator of how closely matched the teams in the middle of both conferences were.
Well, we know these 2 teams were certainly closely matched.
T gets a screen from Millsap. Carroll kicks to T. Offline with his 3.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
Nash the pass to Kobe. Young outside. Lets it go with a 3. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Young's got 9.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Outside Williams. Right side Millsap. Williams guarded by Kobe.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
On the jam by Nick Young. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Yeah, I do too, and I think they're also getting some good looks in transition, doing a nice job of running the floor.
Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing teams. The Hawks second.
Well, I thought this team last season was a team that had some beautiful dimes. I mean, they would spread the floor with their ball movement and spacing and player movement. It was a beautiful thing to watch. Nice passes leading to baskets.
For the Hawks, Eldon Brand's checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. And John Jenkins subbed in for Damari Carroll. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Well, Kevin, we've got a moment now to look back to last year's Atlanta Hawks. second in assists, 7th in field goal percentage, and they were top 10 in three-point shooting. That's a huge part of their offensive attack.
And the key really to that club, in my mind, was the offensive unselfishness. This was a team, as you mentioned, Clark, that finished in the top 5 in assists per game. So it was the fact that they really shared the ball. They had good ball movement and a good plan of attack all season long.
Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That's good from Sacre.
Hawks were pretty solid against the Western Conference, splitting the 30 games they played 15-15. And if you do that against the West, when you're an Eastern Conference team, usually you're going to make the playoffs, and the Hawks did as a 6th seed.
Sacre hits them both. And for the Hawks against the West, as Clark, you were talking about earlier, 15-15. It might sound a ho-hum, but Steve was actually the 4th best record against the West of all teams in the East.
Well, look, the West, we know the more dominant conference. I think 15-15 is a pretty solid record for Atlanta. So they had a good showing last year against the West.
Pass to Schroeder. Looking to end the run. Gets it to go. Schroeder's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Blake off the pick from Sacre. They get it back. And another shot. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. Hill's got his second basket of the night. Schroeder off the pick from Scott.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into very serious foul trouble early in this game.
The Hawks last season weren't really a bad offensive team, but they did have one of the more memorable offensive nights, and not for anything positive. In the January game against the tough Bulls team, the Hawks only scored 58 points over the course of the entire game.
The free throw drops for Jenkins. As you said, the Hawks had one of the worst offensive nights, Clark, in the NBA, but overall, we're a solid offensive team, right around the middle of the league. Steve just goes to show what can happen when a team goes cold.
Yeah, when you don't have that one guy who you can always lean on to score. I mean, there are going to be some nights where everything just misses, and I think that was the case that game against Chicago. It was kind of bizarre, but hey, over the course of 82 games, it's going to happen.
That one goes. Count it. Johnson's got his first bucket of the night.
Kevin, they've been playing with an awful lot of energy here, getting a lot of offensive rebounds. That's always an indicator of hustle and energy.
He kicks it to Jenkins. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. 1:35 left in the first quarter of the game. Al Blake. Kicks it to Meeks. Johnson outside. Just 5 on the clock. And he banks in the layup. And the Lakers lead by 12.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
Here's Schroeder, and the Hawks getting another basket right there. And here is Blake. Johnson outside. And Elton Brand pulls it down. The Hawks trail by 10. Passes it to Schroeder. Screen by Brand. Here's Cunningham. And too long on the shot. And Los Angeles guys shooting pretty efficiently out there. A decent 48% in the first quarter. Sacre dishes to Meeks. Let's go. Rebounded by the Hawks. Down low. The kick out to Scott. The feed to Jenkins. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Here's Blake. Shot no good. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Lakers on top, up by 10. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
On tap Friday, November 9th, Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors take on Michael Connolly and the Memphis Grizzlies. Live from FedEx Forum. Don't miss out.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
And how about the defense, guys? They have really controlled the lane with their shot blocking.
Yeah, excellent defense there. Every shot has either been altered or rejected.
On the court right now for the Hawks, we've got Gustavo Ayon. Elton Brand is out there with John Jenkins. Then there's Jared Cunningham. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard.
After a surprising rookie season in New Orleans, Ione has bounced around a little bit. Traded to Orlando, then Milwaukee. He's had to battle for every minute, but he's a guy who's shown that he can play at the NBA level.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Yes, Kevin, for the Atlanta Hawks this summer, they lost Josh Smith, but picked up a terrific signing in Paul Millsap. His contract cost them about $5 million less per year than Smith's does. And alongside Al Horford, they've got one of the best shooting front courts in the league. Guys, Millsap had the second best plus-minus in the league 2 seasons ago. He can really help this team.
A steady vet. Thank you, Doris.
Yeah, one of the savviest players you'll see, no doubt.
And he can't get the first one. And for Ione from Mexico, played a number of years in Spain. And Steve, he clearly knows how to play the game.
Yeah, he sure does. He's smart, crafty around the basket, and plays both ends of the floor. Really nice to see him getting an opportunity to contribute.
Jared Cunningham, he's checked in for Atlanta. And he ends up missing both free throws.
In many ways, the Lakers had what would be called the nightmare season in 12-13. Despite that, they protected Staples. Playing in front of the Hollywood Stars has always been an energy boost for the Lakers, and they made the most of it even though they struggled away from home.
Farmar with the bucket. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here's Mack. Dishes it to Jenkins. 6 to shoot. Hits the three-point bomb. Jenkins got 7 points. Clark, as you said, with the Lakers, very good at home last season in what would be one of their very few bright spots on the year. They go 29-12 in Staples Center, which Steve put them in the top third of the league for home wins.
Well, Kevin, when you come into Staples as a visitor for a Lakers game, well, there really is a kind of a different feel. I mean, if you're the opponent, you look up at all those banners, you look over at all the celebrities on the side, you know, that theater lighting. It's a pretty cool spot, and teams sometimes, I think, can kind of get carried away.
And the Hawks making a change here. Scott's checked in.
You know, even though he's getting up there in years, guys, Powell's effectiveness shouldn't really drop off much. He's a long, skilled player who doesn't play off the ground very much, and his versatility should help his longevity.
And here's what's up coming now for the Hawks. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
Some really good games going on. How about that Denver one? That's an interesting game.
Clark, you mentioned the versatility of Pau Gasol. Steve, it's really the defining quality of his game, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the ability to do so many things offensively as a big guy just really completes a team. Now you can run any kind of offense you want. And Pau, as a passer, as a scorer, as a shooter, has been one of the best in the game for the last decade.
Schroeder off a pick from Scott. He dishes it to Cunningham. They set the screen. Off the pick. And it's blocked by Meeks.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
Now, I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Yeah, they're getting outclassed in the paint at both ends, really.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Well, just too many easy buckets, you know, in and around the paint. So he wants to put a stop to it. This timeout is going to be used to try to tighten up the defense.
Guys, at this level, they won't miss often if you keep giving up looks inside, and they're paying for that right now. Good timeout here.
Here's Schroeder. He's got 5. Now the pass to Matt. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Hill. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Los Angeles leading by 17. Pick up by Hill. Here's Farmar. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
You know, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
Eldon Brands checked in for Gustavo Ayon. Here's Schroeder. And Matt kicks to Scott. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Mack the pass to Schroeder. 6 on the shot clock. And they get it. Cunningham gets the bucket.
That's a nice play there. The more contributors this team can get, the better.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. He feeds it to Meeks. Pass to Gasol. Hits the bucket. Gasol's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Here's Farmar. He has 7. Gasol is screen. Back to Kaman. There's the dish to Farmar. Gasol. The jump hook. Scott pulls it in. Here's Matt, guarded by Blake.
And I think the work on the boards has been a big key for their success in this game, guys.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, it's been total control on the boards for him.
Feeds to Meeks. He passes to Blake. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Mack dishes to Brandt. Pass to Scott. Here's Schroeder. He kicks to Cunningham. Another 3 for Atlanta.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Los Angeles leading by 14. Blake kicks to Farmar. Teardrop shot, rebounded by the Hawks. Brand's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
No doubt the Sacramento fans want to see their team get the game. That's a big one for the Kings.
Farmar passes to Gasol. Kicks it to Farmar. Tries to snap the cold streak, and it's good on the layup. Farmar's got 9.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Schroeder off a pick from Scott. Passes it to Cunningham. Here's Matt. Another 3 for Atlanta.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the 3-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
So, timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, you know, maybe this gives them an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action.
Gustavo Ayon is checked in for Mike Scott. Atlanta on D, trailing by 13.
Perfect inbounds pass and an easy 2 points.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Screen by Brandt. There's the feed to Kira. Hits the front of the rim and out. Lakers have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Came in a screen. Here's Farmar. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. Farmar's got 14.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
Carroll kicks to Schroeder. Dishes it to Carroll. Shot clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Good. Schroeder's got 4 points in the quarter. Lakers leading by 16. Came in a screen. Farmar kicks to Hill. He dishes it to Meeks. 6 to shoot. Again, Los Angeles.
Right now, they got that field goal percentage up in the low 50s.
Yeah, they're really starting to put it together offensively, looking to build on this lead.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, gentlemen, the Lakers barely squeezed into the playoffs last season. Despite that, they had the largest luxury tax bill in the league, almost $30 million, more than double the next highest team in the Miami Heat. So, maybe one silver lining for them with Dwight Howard deciding to move to Houston? The team won't have to shoulder the even more punitive taxes that began this season. Kevin?
Good point, Doris. Thanks. First free throw is good.
A lot of high hopes for Elton Brand to revive his dominant ways with the move to Dallas, but he sunk further away from what he once was. And hey, this is what happens. You get older, your play starts to suffer a little bit.
Second free throw, no good. As you said, with Brand, had career lows across the board in his statistics, largely due to the lack of minutes he played. But that was in part, I think, of how inefficient he was at times, too.
And I think Brand will still be able to contribute to the team, but I think it'll be as a role player, and I agree with Steve on that. Certainly, I don't think we'll see him do 20 and 10 as he was. He was a 20-10 guy for a long time earlier in his career.
The pass to Cunningham. Sinks the three-pointer. Cunningham's got his third basket of the night.
Now he's finally starting to get it going here offensively.
Blake kicks to Young. He feeds it to Kobe. Shoots from the elbow. Pass D from Carroll. The Hawks trail by 14. Here's Cunningham, and Gasol sends it back. Pick up by Hill. Kobe attacking Young from outside. It's rebounded by Ion. Ion's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Gets it to go.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Here's Blake, defended by Schroeder. Blake dishes to Hill. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. 6 points for Hill. The Hawks trail by 14. Schroeder passes to Cunningham. The dish to Brand. From 11 feet away. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Here's Young. Rebounded by the Hawks. Brand's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And he continues to search for his rhythm. It's eluded him to this point.
You know, that's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often.
And Young kicks to Kobe. This all setting the pick for Kobe. Feeds it to Blake. Drains the three-pointer. Blake's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's his first triple of the game. It was a dry first half for him from long range.
Schroeder passes to Cunningham. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. From the arc, the rebound by Young. Young's got 4 rebounds in this game. Blake. Gasol dishes to Kobe from past the arc, and that's not going to go. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Lakers lead by 17. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Now, presented by Sprint.
From the 2K Sports Studios on a beautiful Sunday night, it's time for the halftime report. The Los Angeles Lakers in front against Atlanta. It's been a tough start for them this season, looking to get back on the winning track. Pau Gasol has simply been taking over against the Hawks. He's got 9 points and is putting out the effort defensively as well, making his presence felt on both ends of the floor. It's been a disappointment, though, for the Hawks so far. As we've seen all too often, free throw shooting been their Achilles heel. Not a great game for Louis Williams so far. Everything's been rimming out for him. He's got to be frustrated. And now let's go around the NBA to check out what's happening. For the Pistons at the Palace of Auburn Hills, they got a tight one going on against Boston. 2 points up, they're in third. And another game going on, the Heat are at American Airlines Arena trailing to Washington. A lot of ground to make up for them, not a lot of game left. And another one also in progress, the Brooklyn Nets currently trailing the Magic out in Orlando. Second half of basketball going on in a tight one. And now we'll send you back to Staples Center for the start of the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. It's been one outstanding game from Farmar.
How about his scoring in the first half? I mean, he's looked like a different player out there today.
He really has, Steve. It's been a pleasant surprise for him, that's for sure. I mean, he really hit on something that worked in those first 2 quarters.
Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. Inside the 7-footers, Gasol and Kaman. And it's Young in at small forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Nash hits to Gasol. Pass to Kobe. Working on Williams. Takes the 13-footer. That one off the back iron and out. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
The Lakers have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
Well, you look at last season's numbers, guys, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
Team. Back to Williams. Clock at 6. Williams double team. Outside T. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. Gasol's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Nash with it. Now guarded by Carroll. It's Nash with the drive. Solid defense there from Carroll.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job. You know, there's no fear out of him, guys. I mean, going straight to the hoop against a much bigger defender, he's got a lot of heart.
Kobe passes to Nash. Back to Kobe. He's against Williams. Fires from 14. Kobe, that's good. Kobe's got 8 points.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Yeah, reliable weapon, and that's a sign that the offense is working. They're really moving the ball well and finding good opportunities.
Open shot, Williams, and that comes off the assist by Jeff T. That's now 8 points for Lou Williams. Nash gets a screen from Gasol. Young, and it's blocked. Here's Carroll, guarded by Kobe. Lou Williams again. Williams has got 7 points for the quarter.
It hasn't happened as quickly as he would have liked, but he's finally putting some points on the board in this game.
Kobe against Williams. Kobe dishes to Kaman. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Again, the miss by Kobe. The Hawks trail by 17. Teague with the ball. Guarded now by Nash. Williams, that's good.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
And the Lakers call time here.
Well, Lewis Williams has two things working for him on the offensive end. First, he is lightning fast, and secondly, he shoots the ball so well that he's able to use a great pump fake, and he really keeps defenders guessing.
Horford against Nash. Outside, Kobe. Kobe gets a screen from Gasol. Keeman kicks it over to Nash. 6 on the shot clock. And now here comes Teague leading the break. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Boy, nice one-man fast break on that one.
It sure was a stylish finish to cap it off, too.
Going back to Williams, more turnover-prone last season than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, that's normally the strength of his, Kevin. High-volume offense without turning it over. Of course, he changed teams, so perhaps adjusting to the new system made him a little more mistake-prone. This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Kobe kicks to Young to stop the drought, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Young's got 13.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
Williams attacking. Teague the pass to Williams. A rebound by the Lakers.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Here's Kaman. Good work defensively by Horford.
Tough D on the inside.
Put up a roadblock, a construction barrel right there. That's what he brings defensively.
The lead now in single digits. 7 points for Teague.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today, Steve.
I'll say the defense has been ineffective trying to run shooters off that three-point line.
And the shot is good.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
The Hawks trail by 11. Horford with the screen on Nash. Horford defended by Kaman. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Horford.
I think he's been kind of passive today. And you know, maybe that one will get him going. I think for them to be successful, he needs to be the one to do the bulk of the scoring.
Gasol dishes to Nash. Young from outside. Carroll kicks to Teague. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
He's pretty fun to watch, Kevin, because of his ability to adjust his shot in midair. It just seems like he can hang there longer than the defender can, and that allows him the time to get that shot off.
You know, one of his other qualities, Steve, is how quickly he starts to break. I mean, he doesn't need numbers either. He can be a coast-to-coast, rack-to-rack guy all by himself. For a long time, it's been about getting out and running for Atlanta, and that was really one of the strengths of the team last season as well. Really one of the better teams in fast break points in the league.
Elton Brand's checked in for Atlanta. And so Teague hits 2 free throws. And for the Hawks, who are so good on the break, ended up 3rd in the league last year in fast break points. Steve, not a surprise with the athletes that team had.
Yeah, but that's changing, Kevin. Josh Smith's departure, I think, is a big blow. They're not as good in transition anymore, but they do have some exciting young talent, young players who can get out and run. So it's going to be interesting over the next couple of seasons to watch this team unfold.
And that one's good. And that's 18 points for Lou Williams.
Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts, and the complexion of the game as a result may change.
He kicks it to Kobe. Millsap on him. Young with the ball. Now defended by Carroll.
Really good job on the inside that time. I mean, he had to work for that rebound, and he got it done.
Williams attacking. Pass to Carroll. All alone. The shot is off. And the Lakers going the other way now. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Backing down is Bryant. Sinks the 15-footer. Kobe's got 6 here in this quarter.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
You know, it's interesting. Kobe the last few years has gotten very loose with his opinions. He's not afraid to say it like it is. And I think one of the inflammatory remarks he made that caught a lot of attention was when he mentioned that the Olympic team back in 2012 was better than the 92 Dream Team.
Atlanta making a switch here. Horford's checked in. Kobe against Williams. Here's Teague. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Teague's got 11 points. Lakers leading by 8. And that was a bold thing to say going back to Kobe. Definitely got the media talking, Clark, about, you get the feeling he actually believes that they were better.
He might have been right, he might have been wrong. I mean, I think it comes back to the fact that Kobe has no problem saying things that might not be easily received. I'm not sure why anybody is surprised by that. I mean, you don't get to be an elite player without having very high confidence in your ability and your team's. If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Williams with the block. Kicks it to Horford. Takes the 13-footer, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Young with the ball. Picked up by Teague. Young passes to Kobe. Back to Young. Lets the free fly. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Kobe's got 6 assists here tonight.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Here's Teague. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Big step forward once again for Jeff Teague last season. He continued to up his scoring and assist totals and had one of his best years from the free throw line to date.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've been the aggressors, and they've been tougher in the paint all game.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Chris Kaman has checked in for Hill. And Wesley Johnson has subbed for Kobe. And so Teague hits 2 free throws. And Steve, back to Teague. He's working on that outside shooting, but as a point guard, Clark, he's very effective around the rim. With those little in-between shots you like so much.
Kevin, I love the arsenal he has, and every point guard needs to have those runners, floaters, flippers, I call them. You've got to have that. You're not always going to be able to get to the rim against such, against bigger guys. And Steve also mentioned his good free throw percentage, so the more he can get himself to the line, the better for him and his team.
Back to Williams. Soft touch off the glass. Williams has got 20 points.
Not too many of those shots were dropping for him in the first half, but it's been a different story here in the second.
Nash against Teague. Open shot, Johnson. Again, Los Angeles. 1:37 left to play in the third. Brand sets a screen for Teague. Carroll dishes to Horford. Young with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
It seems to me Nick Young is a perfect guy to have coming off the bench because he's a volume shooter and scorer who can get hot in a hurry. But I think his best role is to play him kind of in a Jamal Crawford type role.
And that one falls for Young. Going back to Nick Young, Clark, mostly a scorer.
He sure is, Kevin, an athletic 6'7" wing. I don't think there's any reason he can't be a plus rebounder and defender, but it's clear that his focus primarily has been on the offensive end.
Paul Millsap's checked in for Elton Brand. And so Young nails them both. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the third. Teague kicks to Horford. No good. Kaman with the defensive effort.
Just an enormous advantage for them on the boards.
Guys, the key to the lead, to me, has been they've dominated the glass. It's that simple.
The Hawks trail by 9. Here's Teague. Atlanta again missing. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Here's Young. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Passes to Kira. 16 feet away. No good.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shot's good from Young.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. And stolen by Kaman. And it's the Lakers on the break. Johnson's got the ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Johnson's got 8 points.
Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way. My goodness! Wow!
Oh, a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How did he get that to go down?
A nice release and some good concentration as well, but the biggest thing about that, a whole lot of luck.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Lakers on top. They lead by 12. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports.
The new season in the NBA rolls on. Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors go up against Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs this Friday. Don't miss it.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The Hawks trail by 12. And so in the game for the Hawks, Jeff Teague and Lou Williams, the backcourt. Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. And it's Carroll in at the small forward position. Nash outside. Johnson back to Nash. He passes it to Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nash has got 3 assists now in this one.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness. He is sizzling from the arc.
Lakers leading by 12. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Right side, Kobe fires for 3, and another 3 for the Lakers.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back and forth sequence right there.
T kicks to Williams. The feed to Millsap. Baseline J on the way. And again, it's Atlanta.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Los Angeles has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Nash, the pass to Kobe. Nash dishes to Kobe. Unloads from 13. Gets the bucket. And the Lakers lead by 15. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Now here's Teague. Williams kicks to Millsap. The shot from the low post is good.
They're shooting it quite well now. Again, function of shot selection, ball movement. Guys are in rhythm, confident, free-flowing, and they're knocking down their shots.
Elton Brand's checked in for Atlanta. Horford gets a screen from Carroll. On the wing, Williams, guarded by Kobe. Teague for 3. The Lakers with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's a look at the schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. The first free throw is good.
Well, Elton Brand is a former #1 overall pick back in '99, guys, and despite that, was one of the most underrated star players from his days with the LA Clippers. Now he's starting to slow down. He's on the other side of that career mountain, if you will. But he's still a quality big man.
And Brand always has played bigger than his 6'8" height with those long arms of his.
Yeah, and an underrated defender, Kevin. Offensively, he's always been a very consistent mid-range jump shooter and can score around the basket. But he guards the post pretty well.
6 to shoot. And Nash, here we go. Young from outside. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assists. Nash has got 5 assists in the game. The Hawks trail by 14. Outside Teague. Dishes to Carroll. Back to Teague. Outside Williams. The 3. Some solid defense from Kobe.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Nash. Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. That one is on Brand.
One of the duties that Steve Nash has undertaken is signing on to oversee the Canadian national basketball team. Really a logical choice for Canada, given all that Nash has done for the sport in that country.
And the first one drops. Going back to Nash, certainly the greatest basketball player ever out of Canada, and we all realize that. But you were telling me a story the other day about how you and he went surfing one time.
Well, yeah, in San Diego, we got out in the water, and the first time he ever got on a surfboard, he got up and rode a wave perfectly. So, I mean, you talk about an incredible athlete. Nash just has it all. Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
And there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Williams.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
As he should. That's a good decision. When he gets a clean look, he's got to take it.
Kobe passes to Nash. Kaman. He dishes it to Kobe. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Well, guys, with Kobe, it's all about the ability to create his own shot wherever and whenever he wants. And he does it with a combination of size, speed, and tremendous footwork.
Yeah, Steve, but it doesn't end there. I mean, even if you do manage to stick with him and get a hand in his face, it really doesn't matter. Hands just don't seem to bother him at all. His concentration level and confidence at such a high mark. Once he gets it going, there's really no slowing him down.
T gets a screen from Williams. Fires from deep. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Lakers leading by 17. Nash dishes to Kobe. Left side, Kobe. 6 feet out. And Elton Brand pulls it down. Brand's got 7 rebounds in the game. Williams can't hit.
I thought he'd make that one. That's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
And it's Kaman missing. The Hawks trail by 17. Teague with the ball. Picked up by Kobe. And Carroll gets it to go. And the Lakers call time here.
Yeah, clearly they were starting to show signs of fatigue, so coach wanted to give them a second to get their win back.
Doris Burke has some information for us, Doris.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Mike D'Antoni gave to his team during that break. It was a pretty upbeat huddle. He said, I'll bet they won't take us lightly next time, guys. Clearly, he was aware of their underdog status coming into this basketball game, guys.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Hawks trail by 15. Brand kicks to Teague. The pass to Carroll. He feeds it to Brand. He's up against Gasol. Carroll with the 3. Rebound by Kobe. The kick out to Williams. Teague. Brand left side. From deep. And that one's good. 16 points for Teague.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
That's not what they needed there, that's for sure.
The Hawks trail by 12. Grant kicks to Teague. The dish now to Williams. Back to Teague. Feeds to Carroll. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Gasol, a screen on Williams. Launches a three. And Nick Young, the bucket on the assist by Nash. Nash has got 6 assists here tonight.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
And Williams, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Young outside from downtown. And another three for the Lakers.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Kobe against Williams. He kicks it to Carroll. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Nash against Brand. Kaman inside. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Atlanta making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. Here's Nash. Misses off the left iron. The Hawks trail by 16. Pass to Teague. Pass to Horford. Kicks to Williams. Horford sets a screen for Williams. Just 4 to shoot. Good on the shot. 19 points for Teague.
Al Horford impeding the defense there with the solid screen.
Lakers leading by 13. And Kobe, here we go. And stolen by Horford. Teague with the ball. Picked up by Kobe. Teague, the pass to Williams. Horford dishes to Carroll. The Hawks working the ball around. That is good. 30 points for Lou Williams.
Tell you what, he's had an excellent game, and they're going to have to continue to rely on him if they're going to come back.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Lets a floater go. Kobe, no luck. The Hawks trail by 11. Passes it to Carroll. Looking to get it going. A rebound by Gasol.
He has just disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all offensively.
And I'm sure he's ready to put this quarter behind him and quickly.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Horford with a screen on Nash. Lots of room. The rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And Young kicks to Kobe. The Lakers rebound.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Teague, the pass to Carroll. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 6 assists here tonight.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Second chance shot, and he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, a perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
Yeah, that's keeping them close. It's going to take a full effort here in the second half, but they've got to continue to knock down these free throws.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
The Hawks trail by 9. Here's Williams. And it's blocked by Kobe. Millsap. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Millsap playing well. He has 8 points and a block.
And that one falls for Millsap. Both free throws good for Millsap. Los Angeles leading by 7. Nash dishes to Kobe. He passes to King. Back to Kobe. The kick out to Young. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Young's got 39.
Tell you what, when he gets it going, this is exactly what can happen. They may have to double team him.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're behind by 10. There's 1:54 left to play here in the fourth. Kobe against Williams, and it's brought by Kobe, and it's the Lakers on the break. Nash hits to Young. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. And it's a 12-point Laker lead.
He's performing at such a high level. That's why they're in the lead right now.
And that is good. And that's now 33 points for Lou Williams.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter, and just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
Kobe against Williams. And Kobe, here we go. Shot clock at 6. Here's Nash. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And you love the concentration. Gets hit, but stays with the play.
Yeah, he showed a lot right there. Plenty of concentration, finding a way to get that shot to fall.
And that one misses. The Hawks trail by 11. Back to Williams. Outside Teague. The feed now to Williams. Outside Teague. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
And he has picked it up here in the second half, really lighting it up now.
Got a piece of it. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nash the pass to Kobe. Working on Williams. High arcing shot.
Well, I guess they can get them when they need them. That's a good job of getting to the miss.
This is the killer. It's 3-pointers off the mark. And here's Los Angeles. 22 is their biggest lead. Nash against Millsap. Millsap with the steal. Oh, and here comes Carroll all alone. That's good.
Now, there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 8. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Well, talk all they want, but I just don't see a way for them to get back into the game here.
You know what? I don't know if there's a 10-point play out there, and that being the case, this one is finished. Over.
Here's Mack. He dishes it to Cunningham. He feeds it to Mack. And the pass to Cunningham. There's the triple. No good. And so the Lakers take the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Nick Young.
Hello and welcome. Great to have you along here for the NBA on 2K Sports, a Monday night broadcast of the NBA. It's going to be the Golden State Warriors up against the Philadelphia 76ers. And now it's game time. To call the action, here are Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. I'll be back at halftime, everybody.
And guys, just a great shot here of William Penn, the founder of Pennsylvania, standing atop Philadelphia's City Hall. It's the home of the 76ers here in Philadelphia as 2K Sports brings you today's action live from the Wells Fargo Center. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. And guys, what do you think we'll be seeing from Stephen Curry in this one?
Well, Curry is a constant threat offensively, Kevin. As soon as he crosses half court, you have to pick him up. He's got unlimited range, but also the shiftiness on the dribble, the ability to create space, get into the paint, and either hit a little floater or find a teammate for a jump shot.
Well, one of the best shooters in the game, Steve, no question about that. The passing ability is there too, but it's his honey sweet stroke that really is his best quality.
Well, guys, for the Philadelphia 76ers, they come in off the loss to Chicago.
And guys, had their free throw shooting been anywhere near up to par, I think it would have changed everything in that game.
No doubt about it. I mean, there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line. It infiltrates other parts of your game.
Thaddeus Young last season stepping into the full-time power forward role for the Sixers. It's kind of a mismatch waiting to happen because he's undersized at 6'8", but way too quick for most of the guys guarding him.
And that one falls for Young. And for Thaddeus Young with the league going more towards quickness and mobility, Clark, that's certainly going to fit his strengths well.
That is absolutely right. He's not a really strong rebounder. His lack of size does make him vulnerable to post up, but he's one of the best slashers in the game. In the end, the mismatches tend to usually play out in his favor.
Now here's Curry. Lee sets a screen for Curry. Thompson. The drive by Iguodala. Here's Lee, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It's on Thaddeus Young.
You know, the way he played last season and the strides he made in terms of defensive presence and the fact he's a consistent threat, we can start calling David Lee an elite power forward, in my opinion. The numbers are certainly there.
That free throw from Lee is good. And for David Lee last season, the second All-Star appearance in his career, one with the New York Knicks, and last year as a Warrior. The first All-Star appearance for a Golden State Warrior, Steve, and hard to believe, in 16 years.
That's a long time, but it's been a pretty big dry spell for that franchise. But you know, you talk about Lee, he led the league last year in double-doubles, had 56 of them during the season. So, you know, is he elite? I don't know if he's elite, but he's a borderline all-star, made it last year, but one of the top, let's say, 5-6 power forwards in the game.
Yeah, that's high praise.
Yeah.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Curry with it. An 11-point game for him in the win against Sacramento.
Put in a lot of good work on the boards. That helped him, too.
Now here's Curry. Just 5 on the clock. They get it back, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
A nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
Free throw good, Bogut.
Boy, 76ers had a season they'd like to soon forget. But the one thing they were able to do last year was win at home. Good thing, too, given how unforgiving Philadelphia fans can be. No tougher sports fans in all of sports than Philadelphia.
And Bogut drops them both. And back to the 76ers at home. Never a good idea to be under 500 at home in a city that has booed Santa Claus before. Steve, luckily they were able to avoid that, going 23-18 here last season.
Well, maybe Santa Claus had a bad year that year, Kevin. I don't know. But look, I mean, if you're stinking it up in front of Philly fans, they're going to let you know. I mean, they're going to boo you. They're brutally honest. On the flip side, though, when you play well, I mean, they're going to back you.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Noel. And that one's good. Warriors on D. They trail by 1. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Well, Kevin, they constructed a perfect offensive game plan going into that game, and it was quickly apparent how powerless the defense was to stop them.
Powerless is a good way to put it, Steve. We're unlikely to see that many uncontested baskets again anytime soon. Boy, it was an impressive turnaround for Mark Jackson and the Warriors last season. I mean, his promise of making the playoffs didn't come together in his first season at the Controls, but in year 2, they got it done. And I tell you what, most thought Mark would be a really outstanding coach, and he's well on his way to making that a reality.
And here is Carter Williams after the three-pointer from Andre Iguodala. Shot clock at 6. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
Thanks again, Doris. The 76ers with another miss. And for Mark Jackson, there have been some questions. He had never spent time as a coach, even as an assistant. I guess the question was, Steve, would he be able to take over the reins as a head coach?
Well, the biggest thing you want to do as an NBA coach is have your players buy into what you're selling. And Mark Jackson's been able to do that. His players believe in him. He motivates them. They like playing for him. And that's most of the battle right there. You know, last year nobody was quite sure of the role Evan Turner would have, but as the season went on, He played his way into the rotation by earning the trust of his coach. I thought he made some good strides in his game.
And Turner, the number 2 overall pick back in 2010. Clark, it seemed NBA stardom awaited, but so far, it just hasn't worked that way.
It's still on the horizon for him. You got to remember now, he's only in his 4th year. He's a terrific ball handler, rebounder, 6'7", can play the point forward position for you. The Sixers traded away Iguodala and handed him the reins, and I think sometimes you can do that prematurely. It'll be interesting to see how Evan steps into that higher expectation role now.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Turner passes to Young.
That's his 2nd foul already, and that's going to force him to, I think, tone it down a little bit at the defensive end.
Jermaine O'Neal is checked in for the Warriors. Kicks it to Turner. Fires from 14. Rejected by Barnes. The feed now to Curry. Out to Thompson. Unloads. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Thompson's got his first basket of the night. The 76ers trail by 4. Carter Williams dishes to Turner. Richardson. Feeds it to Noel. Back to Richardson. 5 to shoot. And Thompson sends it back.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
He feeds it to Barnes. Outside for Curry. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively.
It's Thompson off the drive. And it's Thompson again missing. Philadelphia has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Carter Williams kicks to Young. Fades and shoots. Gets it to go. And that ties it up.
When he gets the fadeaway to go, I'd still rather see him go straight up with it.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
Well, last year these teams split the 2 games they played, something we see so often in these interconference series. And checking out some numbers for Andrew Bogut. Last season's stats for him.
The Warriors have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Steve, you alluded to the 2 games they split last season, and that really is the case, isn't it, Clark? When 2 teams see each other so rarely, you can often throw out the records.
Oh, yeah, you're exactly right there, Kevin. That's definite. I mean, you're just not sure what you're going to get from those games.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. And Thompson kicks to Curry. And the jumper is on the mark. Curry's got 7 points. 76ers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Carter Williams off the pick from Young. Noel passes to Carter Williams. He dishes it to Richardson. Young, a screen on Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Curry with it. Now defended by Carter Williams. And that one's good. Barnes. 76ers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Young sets a screen for Carter Williams. And Young kicks to Richardson. Back to Young. On the wing, Jason Richardson. Kept alive. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Curry attacking. Misses off the right eye.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
The Warriors leading. Screen by O'Neal. Here's Thompson. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. Thompson's got his second basket of the night.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside, into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Now here's Turner. 17 points for him last game against Chicago.
And he did some nice work on the boards too, Kevin. That was definitely a factor in that game as well. You know, something that I've seen and that I've noticed is how well he reads an opponent's eyes. He just seems to anticipate exactly where he's going to go with the ball.
That's a good observation by you, Steve, and that's exactly why so many of his steals come from picking off passes. He really thinks the game out and usually stays one step ahead.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
You know, the Warriors made big strides last year, and part of it was a retooling of the team, but they also got a lot of help from the group of rookies that they had, and a number of those rookies played prominent roles down the stretch and in the playoffs.
And the pass to Barnes. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. Well, Clark, as you said, the Warriors did lean on their rookies as the season went on. 4 of them in all, with 3 coming in the draft and 1 walking on the roster. Big help, Steve, from them in the opening round of the playoffs.
You know, pretty remarkable that a team could do that well in the postseason, relying on so many rookies, but it speaks to their maturity, their character, the group they've put together, and it's very promising in terms of their long-term success.
Barnes hits them both.
Well, you know, when you play against the teams in the West, you need to have a solid front court or you're going to struggle. And last year the Sixers thought they had the answer with Andrew Bynum, but he never played a game for them, so they really struggled against the West.
Pause, no luck. Warriors leading by 4. Douglas pushes to Barnes.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Anderson gets the screen from Ultra. And Anderson kicks to Turner. Back to Anderson. 6 to shoot. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And trouble it was for the 76ers against the West, Clark, as you were talking about. They would end up with just a 12-18 record against the conference. And many wondering, Steve, what could have been.
Well, and 12-18 isn't actually that bad considering, you know, the state of the roster with the injuries and the new players. So I thought all in all, the 76ers fought hard most of the year, but they just didn't have enough in the tank.
And both free throws good for Anderson.
Well, the Warriors going to the playoffs last season for just the second time in 19 seasons, guys. Pretty incredible and remarkable, too. But it seems, as Mark Jackson said, that things be a-changing in the Bay Area, and for the better.
Here's Bazemore. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. The 76ers trail by 6. Anderson passes to Turner. Moultrie setting the pick for Turner. The Warriors pull it in. And for the Warriors, a scrappy, hard-fought win over the Denver Nuggets in 6 games. They also, you know, Steve, gave the Spurs a lot of trouble in the second round.
They sure did. That series might have turned out a lot different if they hadn't collapsed in game 1. But the Warriors showed tremendous resilience in bouncing back and really making that series so competitive.
And it's Healy with the block. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. LaVoy Allen's checked in for Arnett Moultrie. 1:37 left here in the opening quarter. Douglas kicks to Barnes. Wide on him. And that one's good, Barnes.
Their offense already flowing. Some stellar shooting while jumping out to this lead.
Well, high-quality shots, and they've been on target with them. Harrison Barnes was thought to be a shooter more than a slasher when he came into the league, and while he's been able to be effective from distance, he showed off some of his incredible athleticism with his ability to get to the rim, too.
Here's Bazemore after the made shot from Anderson. Here's Bazemore looking for his first basket still in this one. No good off the back of the rim. And for Harrison Barnes, he's worked on his ball handling a lot to enhance his ability to drive.
Yeah, footwork, ball handling, passing, those were the areas where he really didn't shine at North Carolina. But he's worked hard at his game, and he's rounded out his offensive repertoire really well.
Never seemed to blink. Handled the big stage, I thought, well.
Yeah.
White drives in. Comes up empty down low. Warriors leading by 6. Barnes dishes to Douglas. Turner against Barnes. Passes it to Ezeli. Here's Bazemore. No good on the buzzer beater. And that does it for the first quarter. The Warriors on top. They're up by 6. And we'll be back right after this.
Friday, November 8th, Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors go up against Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs, a Western Conference battle. Don't miss it.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Big boost from their bench there, guys, in that first quarter. They did a nice job coming in and really giving this team a lift.
Yeah, it's a nice attribute to have. Firepower coming off the pine early. That's good stuff.
We've got LeBoy Allen. Evan Turner is out there with James Anderson. Then it's Royce White, and it's Brown in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Anderson passes to Turner. The 17-footer. And the rebound goes to David Lee. Warriors leading by 9. From 12 feet out. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Douglas has got 9 points. 76ers shooting for the game at 42%. Anderson kicks to White. Back to Anderson. Fires from deep. That's good. He has 7.
He's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Warriors shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? And Nedovic kicks to Douglas. Iguodala. Offensive rebound. Pass to Douglas. The dish to Iguodala. That's good with a Douglas assist. Iguodala's got his second bucket tonight. The 76ers trail by 10. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Guys, Harrison Barnes certainly had a solid rookie season for the Warriors. Part of that is having a staff that holds you to a high standard. He said when he first got drafted, the first day, he came out dribbling and shooting the ball. One of the Warriors' assistant coaches came up and told him he was the worst-rated defender to come out of the draft. The coach said, quote, "Put the ball down. You're a terrible defender, and we're going to make you better." Guys, credit Barnes for accepting that kind of coaching. And the staff raved about the progress he's made as a defender.
Thanks, Doris.
Yeah, such a hard worker. He's really fit right into this team.
And Anderson kicks to Turner. Back to Anderson. For the 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
Here's Nedovic, defended by Anderson. Ezeli kicks to Iguodala. Clock at 4. Shoots from 14. And the jam by David Lee.
Wonderfully instinctive play right there. Sense just where that rebound was going, and it becomes an easy 2 for him.
Well, Clark, maybe they've had too many easy buckets tonight.
Well, it's something that needs to change. I mean, they should not be getting all these easy dunks off offensive putbacks.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
And for the Warriors, unusual for a playoff team to be giving minutes to 3 or even 4 rookies, but that was the case last season. Barnes, Ezeli, Green, they brought in a rookie group with maturity that had done a good job of preparing themselves at the collegiate level, and all of them produced.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Ezeli. The 76ers trail by 9. Brown with a screen on Douglas. He kicks to Allen. Dishes it to Turner. Allen with the screen for Turner. And here's Anderson for 3. Good. Anderson's got 9 points now in the quarter. And for the Warriors rookies last season, Steve, they got an early start. They were in the team gym from the earliest days after the draft.
Well, this is a club that has great chemistry. Some of that has to do with Mark Jackson. A lot of it has to do with just the quality of people that they've put on that roster. But it's an exciting young team with a good coach and a great crowd. I think the Warriors have a very bright future.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Warriors?
Kevin, in the first half of play, they're really closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity defensively.
You know, they've also shown some real tenacity here early on tonight, and it's paid off with a lot of second chance points. Well, there's a new ownership group in Philadelphia as of 2011, and in this offseason, they pulled the trigger and brought in new leadership in the front office. Looks like they're jumping on the analytics bandwagon, hiring the former brain trust of the Houston Rockets.
And back to the Sixers. I guess for the Wall Street ownership group, going mathematical is something they were, Steve, pretty comfortable with.
Well, it's something that a lot of teams are going to now, Kevin. The new owners, a lot of them businessmen, they want to turn to math to try to figure this whole thing out. Bottom line, though, is it's a combination. It's not just stats. It's talent, stats, chemistry, coaching, a lot of things that goes into winning.
The offensive rebound.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
Well, you get more rebounds, you get more possessions, more shots at the hoop, and oftentimes that decides the game.
Outside Turner.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. The Warriors, 4th.
I think free throw shooting can be contagious, and it seemed like everybody last season just had the hot hand.
That free throw good from Turner.
You know, it's always a challenge and a race to get into the playoffs in the West, and the Golden State Warriors were able to do it in large part because they went 19-11 against the Eastern Conference last season, and every win was huge as they secured the 6th seed in the West.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Hunter Williams comes in for Royce White. Warriors leading by 9. Douglas off the pick from Lee. Douglas kicks to Nedovic. Iguodala. No good on the 3. And getting back to the Warriors against the East, they ended up going 500 or better against every division, Steve, in the conference.
Well, they were consistent, there's no question. And a big part of that was their defense improved so much and their rebounding. That's something that Mark Jackson really emphasized this past season, and it paid off in a big way. Golden State really became a very consistent club.
Here's Young. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
He's very savvy in traffic. When he gets inside, has a kind of an uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
And I also think he might have played a little football, Steve, because he's excellent at intercepting passes. I mean, that seems to be his calling card defensively.
Jermaine O'Neal is checked in for Golden State.
Well, you know, Andrew Bogut essentially missed the first half of last season as he continued rehab from his ankle injury from early 2012. The team did a pretty good job of holding down the fort in his absence. Got off to a hot start, but no question about it. He gives this team a whole different dimension inside when he's healthy.
Hunter Williams dishes to Anderson. No good.
And I think the work on the boards has been a big key for their success in this game, guys.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, it's been total control on the boards for them.
Going back to Bogut, the Warriors took a little heat early on with that trade. You know, they sent their high-scoring guard, Monte Ellis for Bogut to Milwaukee, and they had to wait a long while for the big man because he came injured to Golden State.
Well, that was the main reason people were upset. They traded their leading scorer for a guy who couldn't even play because he was on the sidelines. But once he was healthy, the trade made perfect sense. Golden State had plenty of firepower in the backcourt. They needed the size and defense that Bogut brought them.
The 76ers making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The 76ers trail by 13, and the 76ers call time here.
Yeah, and guys, I think he feels like he can make a few improvements during this timeout. Just kind of make a couple of adjustments, get his club back on track.
You know, coaches are always tweaking and tinkering with things mid-game. Actually, sometimes they overdo it. Well, let's take a look at where Philadelphia ended up rank-wise in the league last year. Second in fewest turnovers per game. 11th in assists. And they were in the top half of the league shooting the ball from deep. Average to pedestrian, but still fairly effective from there.
Very well-coached team, Clark. I mean, you look at the numbers, and you talked about the few turnovers. The top 5 in the league, in fact, in fewest mistakes. So this is a well-disciplined, well-coached team. And when they're on their game, they're just one of those teams you hate to play against because they don't give you anything easy.
14 feet away, and that one's good. And it's 8 points here for Thaddeus Young.
Got him with the turnaround there. That was as sweet as honey.
Here's Douglas. The finger roll finish at the bucket. And the Warriors lead by 13.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Here's Young, drilled from 11 feet out. Young's got 10. Golden State's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Bogut sets a screen for Douglas. No good. And Philadelphia the other way now. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home.
Some good matchups out there. That Washington Wizards game definitely worth checking out.
A nice shot by Anderson.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Blocked. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Golden State Warriors. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand.
A lot of fans focused on that matchup for San Antonio.
Now here's Carter Williams. And here's Richardson. Lock at 6. On the wing, Jason Richardson. Defended by Douglas. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Richardson's got 6 points. Warriors leading by 6. Douglas off the pick from O'Neal. Douglas the pass to Iguodala. From deep. And Tony Douglas gets the 3.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Philadelphia's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Here's Young. Got it. Good job in the low post. Young's got 8 here in the quarter.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, an impressive defensive turnaround for the Golden State Warriors last season under head coach Mark Jackson. Jackson said, quote, "You don't stumble into being a very good defensive team. It comes through repetition and drilling it. I've got a great group that totally buys in and is committed. Guys, he's reshaped the identity of this ball club, and the players have responded."
Well, Doris, he's really talked a lot about changing the culture. Another example there. Here's Iguodala. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Iguodala's got 7 points in the game.
Well, it's obvious the difference in this quarter has been their dominance on the offensive boards.
Yeah, I think you're right, Clark. A lot of second chance points, and they're not resting on their lead. They're really being aggressive and attacking the lane.
When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Young. 12 points, and he's getting it done on the glass, too.
Now, you're right, Clark. He's done some really nice work inside.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, it seems like they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and it's just been that kind of a day.
Some changes for Golden State. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andrew Bogut. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Tony Douglas. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
After 17 years in the NBA, Jermaine O'Neal is still going. It's easy to forget he was once an all-star franchise big man for the Indiana Pacers. Jermaine could do it all. He could score it in the low post, could make the mid-range jumper, and also was a force defensively. But even though he's not at that level now, he can still help you as a quality rotation big man.
Carter Williams kicks to Richardson. Good on the triple. Richardson's got 9.
That's his first triple of the game. It was a dry first half for him from long range.
And for O'Neal, at one time, a 24-point per game score. Now his role is all about defense, blocking shots and clogging the lane.
Yeah, he's 6'11", 250, with a great knowledge of the NBA and how to defend and scouting reports of every player in the league. Very savvy veteran player.
It's Thompson off the drive into O'Neal. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Third is Stephen Curry.
Now, very deserved spot for him among the leading three-point shooters. He was terrific last season.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, great focus at the free throw line. They're taking care of business.
That's exactly how you keep on the lead. 100% free throwing for the quarter, that'll do it.
O'Neal hits them both.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Now Carter Williams kicks it to Turner. He passes to Carter Williams. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Young dishes to Richardson. That's good. Richardson's got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Curry kicks to Barnes. Back to Curry. On the wing, it's Iguodala. O'Neal passes to Iguodala. Drills the three-pointer. Iguodala's got 10.
They brought up their three-point percentage this quarter. They're shooting it well right now. The defense may need to think about making some kind of adjustment to slow that down.
On the wing, Jason Richardson. And Jermaine O'Neal pulls it down. O'Neal's got 4 rebounds in this game.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end.
Here's Iguodala, and another 3 for Golden State. And we've reached halftime in this one. Warriors lead by 11. Folks, stay tuned for the halftime show with Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Monday has almost come to an end. Let's celebrate with a little halftime show. The Golden State Warriors are ahead against Philadelphia. They're off to a good start this season, playing with confidence. Tony Douglas has been tremendous in the first half. Consistent shooting from the field, making well over 65% of his shots. Not a lot of guys put up a half a basketball like that. And a resilient 76ers team is staying in it. They'd like to forget that first half. Coach has not been happy with what he's seen out there, and they'll likely come out with major adjustments. Getting it done early, Thaddeus Young. The bucket looks about 5 feet wide for him. He hasn't missed one shot. Can you believe it? And to look at the games being played right now. Houston trailing the Clippers out in Los Angeles. They've stumbled early and have found themselves falling behind by 9. And another one also in progress. For Cleveland, a closely contested game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Second half of basketball just getting started for them. And the other game also going on still. Boston leading against the Grizzlies at FedEx Forum. 6 points is the difference as they're up in the third. And now we'll send you back to Philadelphia. See you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Really an incredible game from Douglas.
And all of a sudden tonight, he's become their big assist man. I mean, his passing was the key to their offense in that first half. Not something you always see.
And that's not a role he usually plays, and one I'm not sure he's comfortable in, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and to his credit, he's done it.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, on the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. They'll get out there with Harrison Barnes, and it's Curry in at point guard. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. David Lee's checked in for Harrison Barnes. The 76ers trail by 11. Carter Williams kicks to Young. Young left side. Down low. Puts it up from 12. The shot by Turner no good.
Well, for the 76ers last season, just really tough offensively. Tied for last in the league in points per game, bottom 5 in efficiency. Did a really good job of taking care of the ball, second lowest in turnovers, but I think they may have been a little overcautious to get those turnover numbers where they were.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Pass to Bogut. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
And guys, the Sixers' style over the last couple seasons has been a little inconsistent, I guess you could say. Defensively, their philosophy very clearly was, Steve, to force teams to shoot long twos. But offensively, those were the shots they so often took.
Well, remember, they were pretty good a couple years ago with Iguodala because they were a fast team that could create some offense in transition. But once they got by him and he was injured, it really took away their effectiveness offensively.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Richardson kicks to Carter Williams. There's the feed to Young. He dishes it to Carter Williams. 6 on the shot clock. The shot by Turner no good.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his third foul of the game.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here. He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much. Checking out the game Evan Turner is having. He has 11 points, and the contribution from the line for him, he's made 5 free throws.
Well, he hasn't been afraid to draw a little contact if the opportunity's been there. And I'll tell you, some guys shy away from that, not him.
The first one falls.
Michael Carter Williams, the rare 6'6" true point guard. Both his mother and his stepfather are high school basketball coaches, so you know he's got a really good basketball IQ. That seems to run in the family.
All free throws good from Turner. And for Carter Williams, unusual height for the point guard position.
Yeah, he's long. I think the main thing he'll need to do at the NBA level is really work on that outside shot. It's got a little bit of a hitch in it right now, and he's got to get that corrected, because if he does, he's got a chance to be special as a point guard.
He's quick and he is athletic.
Yep.
Well, Iguodala moved on from the 76ers to the Nuggets last year, now signs a free agent contract with the Warriors. It looks to be a really good fit. I mean, all that shooting around him, just with the way he can run and defend, should allow Iguodala to be the playmaker that really is his natural game.
And the second free throw, good. And Steve, you mentioned how tough Iguodala is in transition. Great ball handler for his size. And Clark, I know you love his athleticism.
Yeah, he's really a point forward offensively, but he can finish big, and he's always putting pressure on the defense when he's in attack mode. A good ball handler and passer. His outside shooting is up and down, but I'd love to have him on my squad.
It's Curry with the drive. Feeds to Lee. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And you love the concentration. Gets hit, but stays with the play.
Yeah, he showed a lot right there. Plenty of concentration, finding a way to get that shot to fall.
And that one misses.
Well, you know, you look at David Lee. He's more of a skilled finesse player, but plays with a great motor. Very intense and aggressive in his style. Always in motion, gets to the boards, offensively and defensively. And, you know, that combination of skill, hustle, and motor make him an all-star.
Thompson right side, takes a 3, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Richardson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Now Young inside, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And I like the way he capped that drive off, guys, with the one-hand punch.
And Clark, when you talk about the skill level for David Lee, not the biggest guy at 6'9", I know you admire his game. And Steve, a great finisher at the same time with either hand.
I think that's one of his greatest assets, Kevin, his ability to score around the basket with either hand. As you mentioned, he can shoot the mid-range shot, handle the ball. They can run their offense through him at the elbows because he's such a good passer as well.
Carter Williams kicks to Young. Philadelphia moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. He feeds it to Turner. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
How about the three-point shooting we're seeing so far, guys? Amazing.
I've been impressed with how well they penetrated tonight, too.
Jermaine O'Neal's checked in for Golden State. Both free throws good from Turner.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for them. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
Yeah, that's keeping them close. It's going to take a full effort here in the second half, but they've got to continue to knock down these free throws.
Iguodala defended by Young. Thompson outside. And the Warriors get it back. Lee passes to O'Neal. Good defensive work there by Young. Iguodala dishes to Curry. And Thompson kicks to Lee. Back to Thompson. Another shot. Shot is off. Great defense that time from Carter Williams.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
There's the pass to Turner. Right side Turner. The 76ers with another miss.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense. And this has not been a quarter for him to remember.
Yeah, it sure hasn't, Steve. I mean, he's been doing his invisible man impersonation here, hasn't he?
Carter Williams with it. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. And that's 17 points for Evan Turner. Warriors leading by 8. Lee sets a screen for Curry. Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, you know, when they need a big three, he's the guy they look to. He's about as reliable a deep threat as you're going to find.
And I know he's a fan favorite because he can catch fire immediately at any point in the ball game and just start pouring it in from all over the place.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Well, a lot of people thought Steph Curry should have been an all-star last season. But he still made his mark, the most threes ever in the season. And not just a gunner, but He also became the first player in NBA history to average over 3 triples and 6 assists a game.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. Shot from the inbound. That shot's good from Hawes. Hawes got his first bucket of the night.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
And together as a tandem last season, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson crushed the record for most three-pointers in a season, Steve. 483 combined three.
What an incredible young combination in the backcourt. Thompson played in the rookie-sophomore game, and Curry was actually snubbed from the All-Star game, but he did win Western Conference Player of the Month in April. First Warrior to win a Player of the Month honor since Chris Mullin back in 1990.
And Bazemore kicks to Barnes. Bazemore passes to Spates. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Warriors lead by 10. Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
No, this is the last thing you ever want to see at a game.
You know, at this point, we can just knock on wood, say a prayer, and wish him the best.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Jermaine O'Neal.
Yeah, the Warriors turnaround, I think, in large part because of the improvement defensively and on the boards last year. There was a 5 or 6 year stretch where Golden State was maybe the worst team in both categories in the entire league, but the schemes have changed, the personnel, the intent, the toughness, and it has all led to a new era for the Golden State Warriors basketball team.
Now here's Moultrie, covered by Barnes. Richardson for 3, and that one's good. Richardson's got 14.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
And back to the Warriors looking to pack the paint. If you wanted to get into a three-point shooting contest with them, well, I think they'd welcome that.
I agree. I mean, with the Splash Brothers in the backcourt, you can get sprayed in a hurry from all angles. I mean, those guys are terrific. But again, their improved defense and rebounding was a big part of their success as well.
Here's Iguodala and Turner with the block. And they're able to recover. They get it back. Iguodala no good.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Passes it to Young. The dish now to Turner. He kicks to Richardson. Back to Turner. Shoots from the line. Gets it to go. Turner's got 8 points in the quarter.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Iguodala with the screen on Turner. Curry dishes to Iguodala. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Now you can see why the defense is willing to let him take that shot. That's really not his range.
Pass to Turner. Dishes to Hawes. Back to Turner. Philadelphia moving the ball around. That shot's good from Hawes. Now just a 5-point Warrior lead.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes. You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Young, he's covered by Iguodala. Lets it go from the wing. It's rebounded by Golden State. Barnes has got 6 rebounds in the game.
And now look at Stephen Curry here. Terrific year last season for him. 2nd in free throw percentage, 3rd in three-point shooting. And, of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket, in the top 10 in points per game.
And, you know, thinking about his free throw percentage, Steve, to me, and you know this as well as anybody, it's about confidence and repetition and mechanics when you're at that line. You got to be comfortable, and you got to be confident, and you got to trust your rhythm and your mechanics, and he did that every time.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. David Lee checked in for Spates. And it's Klay Thompson in for Steph Curry. And Moultrie kicks to Noel. Young outside. The feet to Carter Williams. Back to Young. He's covered by Iguodala. The baseline J. Count the bucket. And that's now 19 points here for Thaddeus Young.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Bazemore passes to Iguodala. Lee, and that one's good. The 76ers trail by 8. And it's Noel missing.
You know, they built their lead here by doing all the little things well.
And one of those things has been rebounding, Clark, because they have really come out and taken control of the boards. Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
And the Warriors making a change here. There's 57 seconds left in the third. And the basket by Curry.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Richardson dishes to Carter Williams. Kicks to White. He's against Lee. Feeds it to Carter Williams. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Richardson gets it to go. Richardson's got 6 in the quarter.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back and forth sequence right there.
Doubled by White. Lee kicks to Curry. And another 3 for Golden State.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
Carter Williams, the pass to Richardson. Another 3 for Philadelphia. And here is Curry. Iguodala's drive. And he crossed body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. That free throw missing. And Philadelphia making a change here. And he can't hit the second. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Warriors ahead, leading by 8. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
Coming up this Thursday, November 7th, Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers take on LeBron James and the Miami Heat, East versus West. Do not miss it.
And the final period of play just about to start. The 76ers trail by 8. Carter Williams and Jay Rich in the backcourt. Royce White is out there with Noel. And it's Brown, and at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Look at the big man there. He knows how to go up and get that rebound.
On the wing, it's Iguodala. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, Iguodala seemed to be a 20-point per game kind of a player. Last season, another season where his scoring was helpful, but not where you thought it might be for a star player. But his game is not predicated on scoring. It's just all-around versatility that makes him star level.
The first free throw is good. And for Iguodala last season, under 13 points a game.
But, Kevin, if you're just looking at the offensive numbers, you're kind of missing the point with Iguodala. He's a defensive-minded player. He can score, particularly in transition, but it's his defense, it's his rebounding, it's what he brings to the total game that sets him apart.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Turner's checked in. He hits 1, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Kevin, it's disheartening to see them keep missing opportunities to extend the lead at the line. I mean, when you have a chance to put a team away from the line, you want to take advantage of that. You don't want to give them a chance to come back on it.
And it's Noel missing. Warriors leading by 9. On the wing, it's Iguodala. He passes to Bogut. Shoots it up. Shot's good by Iguodala. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Carter Williams. And White kicks to Carter Williams. He dishes it to Turner. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Moment to see how the schedule is looking for Philadelphia. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that'll be the third of the four straight at home.
Yeah, some good games going on, and that Cleveland one especially.
That free throw good from Turner. And the Warriors making a change here. All free throws good from Turner.
And he's doing a great job at the charity stripe. It's easy to overlook, but those freebies can make the difference.
Curry dishes to Barnes. Back to Curry. No good. Nice D from Carter Williams. The 76ers trail by 9. Richardson tries again. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here.
At the line for two.
First one falls for him. All free throws good from Turner. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Just got a little careless on that pass. They should be able to connect on those.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Young passes to Richardson. Outside Turner. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Another miss by Curry.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Now, the D may have done just enough there, Clark, to bother him and throw that shot off.
Pass to Young. He feeds it to Hawks. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Outside Curry. Releases. Barnes kicks to Thompson. 5 on the clock. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The 76ers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. And Young backs in. And it's off the back rim, no good. Warriors leading by 5. Curry dishes to Barnes to end the drought. Another miss by Curry. And here comes Turner. The shot is off. Good D by Lee. Curry against Turner, and the call will be against Jason Richardson. That's his first foul.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
Here's Curry. A 3 off the inbound. Another miss by Curry.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway. Wow, fantastic performance from the Arc here in the second half.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Well, he's got to be disappointed with his team's play over the course of this run. And, thus the timeout. You got to talk things over, try to get back into the game.
Something has to change for them as they haven't looked good at all during this run. So a timeout is appropriate here.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Mark Jackson had some words for his team over that break. The message, stick with it. He said the game is right there, fellas, right there for the taking. But we've got to play with purpose and precision. Kevin, can they get it done?
All right, Doris, thanks.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
So it's Philadelphia now. They've played a great fourth quarter defensive, allowing only 3 points. Carter Williams, the pass to Turner. Carter Williams kicks to Young. On the wing, Jason Richardson. It's up against Thompson. 4 on the clock to tie it up. Richardson missing again.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
Iguodala against Turner. Iguodala dishes to Bogut. They swipe it. Backs him down. Here's Richardson, and Thompson sends it back. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. On defense, Golden State. "13 points was their biggest lead in the game." Richardson kicks to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He nails it, and we're tied up. Young's got 21 in the game.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
Richardson against Thompson. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Rejected by Young. And here's the fast break. Carter Williams leading the way. Good defense by Iguodala.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his mates in the last quarter.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
And Hawes kicks to Richardson. The pass to Young. He's against Lee. Baseline jumper. Shot's good from Young. Young's got 23 points. Golden State's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Thompson inside the line. No luck. And Philadelphia the other way now. Carter Williams off the pick from Young. Turner fires. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. It's not even been a factor. This guy's really flowing with this stroke right now. He hit one earlier, and now he has 3 in this half.
Carter Williams kicks to Hawes. On the wing, Jason Richardson. Richardson off a pitch from Hawes. 4 on the shot clock. Turner fires, and right through it goes. Turner's got 25 points.
A sensational run has them on the brink of tying it up or even taking the lead all of a sudden.
Steve, quite a turn of events here. I mean, they really snapped into focus in a hurry and tightened up their game at both ends.
It's Iguodala with the drive. Out to Thompson. Beyond the arc. Another 3 for Golden State.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
They better not make it 3 straight because now all of a sudden you're looking at a hot streak.
Carter Williams, the pass to Hawes. Here's Young. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
That is Young. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
In the big picture, Kevin, he's getting to the line consistently, and that's giving them a boost, even though he hasn't made all of his foul shots.
And he sinks the second.
You really have to like the work they put in at the free throw line here in the half. I mean, they've been really aggressive in drawing fouls, and then they've been able to knock down their free throws.
It's stolen by Carter Williams. Here's Turner. Cannot hit. Some solid defense from Thompson. Warriors leading by 3. Curry attacking. Banked in off the glass. Curry's got 11 in the second half.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
And Young kicks to Carter Williams. Back to Young. That one wide left.
You have to get a hand into his face because that's his range right there.
Gets the bucket. 19 points for Andre Iguodala.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Richardson off a pitch from Hawes. And Young kicks to Carter Williams. Back to Young. Lock at 6. Soft touch off the glass. Young's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
Now here's Curry, defended by Carter Williams. Outside Curry. Fires top of the key. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Turner's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Richardson. Carter Williams. 1:57 left to play here in the 4th. That's good.
Not much luck with his shooting here. 2 of 7, and seems to have gotten into his head a little bit.
Noel's checked in for the 76ers. There's 1:54 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Curry dishes to Lee. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Thompson with the bucket.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They trail by 5. 1:43 left in the 4th quarter. .143 left in the 4th quarter. Now here's Carter Williams. Thaddeus Young on the wing. There's the dish to Carter Williams. Richardson kicks to Carter Williams. And Young, here we go. Shot clock at 5. The second chance effort. And it's sent back by Bogut. Dishes it to Curry. Pass to Thompson. Nice D from Noel.
Got a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Turner against Curry. Oh, draws the hard foul, and he'll head to the line.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Evan Turner. At the line for 2.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
They're still right in this thing, but missing the free throw keeps them in a 2-possession deficit.
Thompson from long range. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Well, it's been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
Carter Williams, the pass to Turner. Noel. It's hauled in by Bogut.
Tell you, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
Iguodala's drive. It's stolen by Carter Williams.
Now it looks like their comeback hopes are out the window. I think this lead is safe now.
Yep, this one's a done deal.
Turner against Curry. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They pulled out this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game,